The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and I'm an Eisen, as we are here for the first match of Division 1 in their fourth day of this season, starting off with a big game indeed, a rivalry, of quite a long time now. Demas Force taking on Union Gaming on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. We're going to join our players live in the ban phase right here, right now, in fact, as the first ban of the night is going to be a Blackbeard. No surprises right there. Very targeted ban to one particular Sniper One Candy, and in retaliation, Demas Force will decide to ban the Ash, as Sandy, memeing around in the all chat as it goes, Dagger versus Poseidon. Well, you know, that brings me on nicely to the point that I was about to say. Poseidon, now in Demas Force, formerly from Union Gaming, is playing tonight as well. It's going to be a very interesting reunion indeed, as UG will be looking to shut down Poseidon, but Poseidon also has an idea of UG's trade secrets. There we go. We have the Jaeger ban as well, as the memes will fly in the all chat, in the chat, everywhere tonight, as the final ban of the night will be from the side of Union Gaming, and it will be the Mira, a standard ban to end the ban phase, which has been a very interesting one indeed. Blackbeard, Ash, Jaeger, and Mira. 3 bans crippling both sides, and of course you have Mira being banned. I mean, you know, all things considered, we've seen Sandy currently in UG play Mira quite a bit and to good effect as well. So maybe that could have been just a little bit of a target ban as well. But speaking of, you know, both of the rosters, let's have a look at them here in the lobby for us today. From the side of DF, we've got Sniper One Candy, Poseidon, Asterix, Kajit, and Tsukishima Goat. And from the side of Union Gaming, we've got Jittery, Sandy, EX7 Beat, and Dagger. Second floor reading room and Fireplace Hall will be the side of choice. And Ace is 6th picked in, along with a Valkyrie from both ends. And with that, I have officially, you know, taken the longest time to transition over from myself to my co-caster, Baba. Apologies for the delay. Take it away.
Well, thank you so much for that, Jack. And also, this is going to be an interesting match. Poseidon was once used to be in a team of Union Gaming. Now they're going against them in Demas Force. And also, second, we do miss Sparko, because unfortunately we won't be able to see Sparko being played in Union Gaming. So it's going to be Dagger instead of him. Although a very huge team, especially from both of them, we did see some targeted bans. The Blackbeard, Ash, and Jaeger. Only the one ban was standard, and it was the Mira. Mira being also very powerful in any specific site on a map of Cafe Dostoevsky. Eliminating her would give a lot of difficulties for the defenders, but our main focus on the side of UG will be EX7, the man manning the pulse with the cardiac sensor and the force, which will be able to give him good amount of information and also that signature C4 move that we all would love to see. And also on the side of Team Force too. I mean, you still have the Blitz available. Who knows, Kushima Goat might be able to play that specific operator. But for now, Action Phase will proceed. Beat will place his mute jammers towards the bathroom side. Interestingly enough, we do see some extended rooms coming in right from the first floor as well as the second floor as well. So it's going to be a matter of time where the attacker sees their move. Currently, they're in towards the hatches in which the sledge will be there to open it up. Actually, the buck will be there to open up those hatches. Poseidon, interestingly enough, will be the one playing Sam Fisher. And here comes the first frag. And it's going to be Beat with the SMG-11, eliminating Sniper 1 TEC.
That is a huge drop right there. Sandy, in the meanwhile, will go down to the SC3000 case with that's a big drop indeed. Poseidon taking that beat. In the meanwhile, dropping Kajit. Bodies are dropping early as both sides seem to be more concerned with finding kills early than doing utility clearance. Jiri will go down. In the meanwhile, Sakashima Goat makes sure of that, dropping the laundry hatch. We've got the Zofia approaching site quickly, but does he know that Dagger is coming around from the back into laundry, watching to rotate, but he needs to be quick about this. Sakashima's going to take the turn and instead is going to go down to the defender. That is the X7 inside of Fireplace. Beat finding another one. Poseidon to fall, leaving Asterix the last operator standing. He's going to see the Maestro. Oh, that's disrespectful right there. Finds a one-tap, make it in a 1v2, but he's still got a pulse from down below. And then there's Beat, the man with the diffuser, still alive. It's not going to leave too many options to the hand of Asterix right here, mind you, because even if he finds the mute and gets the diffuser, he can only plant in one particular site, and that is reading room. He's got to be so careful of Beat right now. SMG trained, and there we go. The sights will work as the mute starts off very strong indeed. Union Gaming starting off pretty strong, all things considered, losing a few bodies in the exchange, but it's a round that goes their way regardless. We'll see that in the instant replay as the first round taken will give them that early starting momentum. Good stuff from UG, good stuff from DF as well. Their aggression, you know, that old DF aggression that we used to see way back in the previous league, it's sort of starting to come back. Their coordination has been, as of recently, starting to hit all the right notes, but not as consistently as they wanted to. Their refrag game, is still a little bit off balance, and overall, they still need some work on coordination and a little bit on that intel gathering. Can't really speak much for utility clearance in that first round because, well, there wasn't any. There outright wasn't any utility clearance. It was just push and get the kills, and whatever intel was supposed to aid that did, but not enough for Team Forces Attack to win out round one. All things being said, we're going to be moving to first floor kitchen in the second round. Union Gaming, once again, we've seen this before from them, the perceived top sites or best sites, if you will, of any particular map, they don't go to them first. They go to the second or the least picked site, then the other one, and then the best site. In this case, they'll be going to third floor bar last if they manage to win this on kitchen. Otherwise, they probably will come back to kitchen in another round and go back to reading. Of course, that's a ton of speculation from my own side, and I'm sure we'll get to see which one of those comes true at the end of this round. Action phase is kicked in, and we've got 3 minutes to see whether I'm right or not.
Well, let's find that out together, Jack, as we proceed to action phase. Do see some extended room yet again from Union Gaming. This time we do see Sandy in towards the cocktail lounge, an armor panel being placed towards the entrance of the library. Actually, from the reading room, as I would like to call it, and Jittery we are going for a spawn right towards the windows of Cigar. Unfortunately, he won't be able to find one just yet because there's 2 attackers on the side of Themus Force who are trying to gain the control of the 3rd floor. With the skeleton key being used from the Bakajet, be able to make some entryway towards the red stairs, give them the access towards the Cigar, and then make their way towards the side. They need to eliminate Jittery, they need to eliminate Sandy, because they're playing also very close against them. But with the amount of information that they have right now, they just decide to just fall back and make sure that they'll be able to make their stand in the 2nd floor instead. EX7 still in towards the reading room. He's just holding all by himself. He doesn't have any support from his teammates just yet. We do see Jittery falling back towards the site, and so does both of them, Sandy. And talking about Sandy, he's going to actually get one kill. Asher goes down, gets a double kill with the MP5 as Kajit goes down. Asterix and Kajik, who were the ones who were trying to get the control on third floor, second floor, unfortunately, they will be the one to go down. 3v5 in the mid round, where Demon's Force is in trouble.
Well, that hold on Red Stairs certainly worked out very well for Sandy and for Union Gaming in general. Now we've got EX7 on the prone peak inside of reading. Well, he was just a second ago. Now he's just going to fall back, right next to that overturned shelf. So inside a laundry. He's going to try and make a play here. Will he be seen? Yes, he will, but he will take the kill as well, taking down EX7, starting things off for the side of DF. A little late, but better late than never. However, time is not on their side. 45 seconds and less, as not only have they lost Asterix and Kajit, which will hurt their vertical play significantly, but also they still haven't gotten the man advantage, and they still haven't taken care of Sandy. Admittedly, the Malusi has fallen back into a much safer position ever since that first 2-kill set happened, which is smart from Sandy, all things considered, holding in coat check, knowing that he doesn't have to do too much from here. Just wait and watch for the attackers to fall into Union Gaming's trap. Jittery watching the hatch, knowing that there's somebody up there, and that is Poseidon. But here we go, the Malusi will fall. The ace comes in. Snapper on Candy taking one. Can he take two? No, Poseidon will fall, and that is with the Wamai inside a freezer. He comes out, finds another one, but Tsukishima takes him down. And even then, it will not matter. The diffuser was dropped and couldn't be picked up in time. That is why time ran out from the side of the attackers. Unfortunate for Demon's Force, as we'll see in the instant replay, but the second round will also go the way of Union Gaming, this time playing for time after that initial burst of a double kill that Sandy started off with. It has been a while, a few days at least, since we've seen Sandy play in the league, and to see him come back and once again come back strong in place of Sparko certainly is refreshing indeed. Tsukishima Goat will go out into the blitz. Here we go. We're going to see some Senpai blitz plays today. And who knows, we might even see in tandem with the intel from Sam Fisher, Demon's Force finally taking a round.
Talking about the standings on both of these teams, currently Union Gaming is in third place, having a total points of 6, winning 2, losing 1. That one loss was surprisingly against L2K, where they did had a good lead in the first half, but in the second half, that's where Team L2K made their magic in defense. Oregon, I believe. Talking about Demon's Force, they also have the same number. They have a total of 6 points, just having a round conversion of 1, because the amount of matches that they did go up against had a lot of overtime match points, and because of that, the round conversion is low. Talking about Exterminate Esports, they are still high on top, including the round conversions, winning, having a round conversion of 15. That is a huge margin there. And for Union Gaming to get back up to that first position, they need to make sure that they have to win those matches, or else they won't be at the first position. Let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase. We see the site being on the second, actually from the second floor, mining and fireplace hall, I believe. And with it, the push will happen on the side of the attackers. This time it's going to be on bakery. Some of the charges being used to make lines of sight. And here comes the shoot train from the gold. C4 comes in through, deny it, and that denial will deal a lot of damage as Kushima Gold has taken quite a lot of beating there, with a lot of push being made. EX7 still patiently waiting for Blitz to make a move. We still hear that C4 being prepped and placed near towards the prep room, but we see Sandy on the other hand eliminating Asterix and Jittery. Interestingly enough, he'll be the one manning the castle, where most of the time you do see EX7 playing either the Pulse or the Castle. Interesting, we do see an interesting revive coming in with the Ace Thermal Breach charges to put him back to 10 HP, so that he'll be able to, at least survive in a gust of a gunfight. But the Valkyries intel that Union Gaming has would give a lot of information, and knowing half of the battlefield, Demon's Force is still in trouble yet again, with Tsushima Goat having less damage, less HP. Kajin still has his Inox scanner, and Sandy will be able to eliminate one of them. But here comes an aggressive push, and Sandy is going to immediately eliminate Ace as well, getting himself a triple kill. What was that shot? I just did not believe what has actually happened there, ladies and gentlemen. Poseidon, with the Sam Fisher, he's going to be able to use his Argus Cap to give the information, but he'll actually win that gunfight, eliminating Beat, making it a 2v4 situation. They don't have enough amount of time just yet. 50 seconds left. Sandy is feeling it with the MPX. All he needs is a beautiful intel and a kill to secure the ace. He's currently in 3k. He still needs those 2 more kills. And also Poseidon, who still has the hard breach charge, will be able to make that line of sight, and also an entryway towards that position. Jittery knows one's pushing in towards the pillar, and here comes Sandy with the quad kill. Poseidon getting a double kill on as well himself, making it a 1v3 situation. This is Sandy's turn to get his ace. He is currently in a quad kill as Poseidon rotates back in towards a specific position. Poseidon, he knows that you don't have anything much more else to do. He's going to push in towards the second floor. Sandy actually sees it. Sandy knows what exactly is doing, and we see Dagger and Sandy having their own 1v1 gunfight. Poseidon's going to immediately and UG going to win round 3 second floor mining fireplace. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, did get to witness the Kaid and the other operators having their western gunfight. Unfortunately, things didn't work out well for Sandy, though. I feel bad for him. He did get a quad kill, but in the end, Poseidon just did an oopsie. Just did an oopsie to the opposition, as I was trying to say. Oh boy.
Well, most certainly he did in that situation. None the better for his team. Regardless, Sandy, taking the quad is going to be happy with his kill streak in that last round. Coming up strong once again, just like we mentioned a minute ago. But Demon's Force, I'm not sure what has happened to them
Defenders,
today.
protect your bombs
Coming
from being
off
defused
of
by
a
attackers.
very good and close game against Red Vipers yesterday, you'd have thought they'd be putting up a lot better of a fight against the Union Gaming, who went into a loss 5-7 against L2K. However, it seems that Union Gaming is not having any of it, not today anyway, against their old rivals. And Demon's Force, unfortunately, are feeling the brunt of that pressure. Most certainly, as the UG have gone back to second floor meeting room and fireplace hall. Interestingly enough, I think this is the first time between both the previous league and the pro league here this time around, we've seen a successful defense on second floor mining and fireplace. I mean, it's probably what, the second or third time in these last 9-10 months that we've seen mining and fireplace come out to begin with, and it being successfully defended as well. Sandy, once again with Valkyrie, bringing out those information, like intel, and tons of it for that matter, as Poseidon deciding not to go onto that balcony on the east side, deciding to go elsewhere, maybe to some hard breach locations. But UG once again with this extended hold above. They're a little bit late. Dagger right there with Viva Light placements, but none that he has to worry about. But there's the Amaru going up to the roof as well. Seen all on the cam by Sandy, and a C4. Where did that come from? Regardless, we'll find asterisks, and there's the X7 to find Tsukushima Goat. The Amaru is also down. Are they peeking the hatches? Something tells me they are. And one C4, the C4, excuse me, seems to have been towards the platform outside of mining window. Poseidon finds the X7 in the meanwhile. That is a big drop indeed, taking care of the pulse. More importantly, taking care of EX7. Dropping that man was crucial. And some tells me EX7 got a bit too far ahead of himself, peeking that hatch up red stairs as well. One body drop, but we hear the ace coming in towards red stairs. Will he be taken? No, he won't. Will he find the kill? Yes, he will. Poseidon took quite a beating. No, not quite. Even the Valkyrie missing a lot of Okay, interesting
Okay.
summer breach toss. Yeah, I was about to say, interesting toss right out the window. Not that it's gonna breach anything there, but there we go. A proper toss comes in towards the single reinforcement next to fireplace entry, giving them a line of sight. More importantly, giving them room to go through. But no, that's a botched breach, but that won't matter. Sniper on Candy takes Jittery down, making it a 3 versus 2 down to Beat and Dagger, the last two standing. Can they turn this situation around? The Twitch, Snapper and Candy coming around from pillars. Might just be able to turn things on their head. If he breaks open the door, though, he might find Beat. Instead, the mute repositioning behind the shelf, given that his position has been exposed. Dagger prone. Beat, will he see him? Sees the body, does a bit of damage right there to Kajit, but isn't going to be able to get the kill. Shots are fired. The mute is undeterred in his peak as well. You've got the evil eye, and there we go. The first body drops. The second one as well. Beaten Dagger coming off strong, and now it's all down to Poseidon. Suddenly, the situation has shifted very, very quickly indeed. Ace, the last man standing. Can he do something about this position that he has found himself in? 1v2 pushing in into reading. He might try and he can't even bait with a flank. He doesn't refuse. A pre-fire comes in, and there we go. The Alda holding him in his position, making room for Beat to peek in the crouching stance. Very well done from UG. Very well done from Beat and Dagger, as that will give them another round in their favor. Round 4 goes to them, 4-0 on the scoreline, and DF, whoo boy, they are not looking good tonight.
Well, this to be honest, I can't say anything more on what exactly happening on the side of Demon's Force. Granted that when it comes to their attack coordination, they're having a lot of problems to deal with, but who knows, maybe in the second half we might be able to see Demon's Force starting to fling back on defense. We do see a 6 pick from Sandy, the Valkyrie to the Melusi. So does a Sniper want Candy. This was just from the Nomad to the Sledge. Having a frag grenade could be vital, because since you have eliminated the important operator who can be able to disable, I would say, yeah, who catches projectiles, that would be the Jaeger. Since he has been banned, it would be better to bring in utility ops, more of like a frag grenade operator like the Sledge, and also the Capitao with the asphyxiating fireballs and smoke bolts. They'll be able to go for a good amount of smoke plant. Although you could go in with the Ying's Candelas as well. The only problem that they have to worry about is C4s and also information and trust from the teammate who is the one planting the diffuser, making sure that he'll be able to get the plant. But since we won't be able to see Ying, we only will be seeing a Capitao and a Ace, in which he'll be able to use his smoke grenades to go for a smoke plant. The only problem is, will he be able to see it is the biggest question. First things first, they need to get an access towards the building, in which Sandy is actually thinking for a run out. Not quite sure where that exact location is, but Asterix with the drone will be able to give a good amount of information on where exactly that location is until the Beat gets that drone. Still in the end, Sapamonti Candy gets this kill, and it's going to be Dagger. It's going to be eliminated from that specific location. Jittery is still holding in towards the kitchen cooking, as the prep room is compromised. The information will come in from Demon's Force, and it's going to be a fully fledged push towards the prep room. Sandy and EX7 still in towards the train museum with that vertical line of sight being used, in which EX7 will be the one manning that vertical line of sight, whereas Sandy will be the one to make sure that there won't be any flankers who tries to eliminate EX7. We'll be able to take out the drone, but at what cost? So the attackers have halted in, and Sandy's gonna go down with a huge barrage of pre-fires from Asterix, was making it a 5v3 situation. Demon's Force, after losing a total of 4 defending rounds, maybe this might be a round of retaliation. One goes down, and it's going to be Tsushima Gold eliminating Jittery. Smoke gas canisters comes in. He's going to get refract from those smoke gas canisters. Beat still making it alive, as he's the one who's making those important frags. EX7 with the UMP long range towards on the bakery as we proceed to the 4v2 round mark.
70 seconds remaining, and with an almost overwhelming man advantage, this can be the round for the side of Union Gaming. Should they be able to make this execute happen? But no, the grenade did fly, but it went the wrong place. DXN will take down Sniper One Candy, but no, it won't matter. Asterix and Poseidon will instead, in a pincer maneuver, find the last two just in time. With that, Demon's Force will finally take a round for themselves, as we'll see in the instant replay. And like I said a little while ago, better late than never indeed. Second floor fireplace hall and mining room will be the side of choice from the side of Union Gaming. Interestingly enough, going back to that second floor site, not deciding to go to kitchen, not wanting to, say, repeat their mistakes, even though, interestingly enough, the last thing that I believe any of us expected to work from the side of DF was an all-out bakery push. We've seen all-out bakery pushes from Division 1 teams before, and usually that's where the battle ends for attacking teams. I mean, it just becomes a complete slaughterhouse out front. But not this time. Not for DF. They did well to take that round, shutting down Union Gaming, who admittedly were getting a little bit ahead of themselves, were, putting themselves in bad positions or peeking too far, too wide, too exposed. And they're going to need to do a little less of that going forward if they want to win this match with this sort of performance as well. I mean, what they've been doing is no stranger to us here at Esports Club. We've seen them play similar to this multiple times before, for the most part, really. While DF are busy trying to work around the many roster changes that they've had, and credit where credit is due, they have given us glimpses of what this team can still do and will do in future with enough time and practice under their belt. And victories, of course. Victories matter quite a bit as well. Action phase kicks into its beginning in round 6 nice and quickly. Demon's Force still need 3 rounds to just equalize his dagger. Oh boy, this is a big peak that he had to make if he wanted to get back into Red Hallway, and he is going to manage to do it. He's going to have to stumble real quick, but artillers are going off, one on the hatch, one on that kitchen wall, opening up lines of sight. Pings are going out. All the information is being traded. He's going to see 2 attackers pass right by. Will he find one, though? Damage is done. Tsukishima goes low, kind of low on HP, exactly half. Nearly finds another one. That would have been Sniper One Candy had he connected, even if it was to deal some damage. C4 goes out, but that will be taken care of mid-air as Sandy still going aggressive. Oh, beautiful headshot. Tsukishima Goat will fall, as that will be the Zofia taken care of. Sniper One Candy can't peek too far wide because there's a Kaid covering that position. There's a prone peek that Poseidon hasn't seen, but Dagger will find Sniper One Candy as well. Again, Demon's Force losing bodies, and this time it's to 3 people pushing that mining room window. It hasn't worked out, not yet, not so far, despite everything that they have been trying.
Jet Ray still in towards the hallway, whereas Beat still towards the first floor kitchen. Here comes the pre-fire again with the TCSG downing Khajet, but he's still alive just for now. Ace really needs to be careful with that specific angle that he's been placed, but here comes Ash right from behind the second floor reading room. Another pre-fire comes in to make sure that he'll be able to eliminate Sandy, but he is still alive, but he doesn't have any information just yet. An aggressive P. Sandy doesn't even see it. He sees it now. The MPX. He's just going to fall back just for now, interestingly enough, but still he'll be able to revive back his teammates, making it a 2v4 situation. Dagger, who was still in that angle for the past 1 minute, getting those 2 kills. Actually, 1 kill and a one downed, but still he is still alive. Problem for Demon's Force, they don't have enough amount of time. They only have 33 seconds left. Khajet is still towards one specific position. Atric doesn't see Sandy. He's going to get himself a triple kill, which leads down to Sandy, who has the diffuser in hand. He's going to push in towards the kitchen. Actually, from towards the big. He sees one running in. He's going to eliminate EX7. Wouldn't have any problems for that, but he still needs to find 3 more. The total of 10 HP remaining. He won't be able to do anything at all. The runout comes in from Jittery. He knows that there is Khajet. The Rappel Games comes in, and here you go. The headshot from the UMP will be able to give UG the win on round 6 fireplace slash mining. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, we now proceed to the second half, round 7, where Union Gaming will be the one on attack.
Most certainly, what a surprising first half indeed for Union Gaming. Demas Force, after that game against Red Vipers yesterday, seems like they've had a bit of a dip today. Might not be the best day for them. Understandable, you have your ups and downs as a team, as a player. Performance can vary. It is Rainbow Six Siege after all. But even then, to see UG take this 5-1 so far, one round away from the match point, completely unexpected. And DF just shows that they still are grappling with this team. Not sure what's going wrong. There could be something wrong in the back end. Could be comms not being clear. There could be a variety of issues with the team as it is right now. And of course, until we get to talk to them later on, we won't know. But, that could be a thing for the third week. We'll find out when we get there. There's still Division 3 for week 2, and that will be tomorrow and day after. And then we will officially start the third week of this season. Of course, plenty of Siege action before we even end today, as this match between DF and UG will be followed up by another interesting one. Exterminate Esports, current top table leaders, versus LYSE Valiants, who unfortunately are in the 5th spot, followed up by Demas Force coming back on stream yet again versus Team L2K, who are second place just behind Exterminate Esports. Day 4, where we will slowly see these roles, these positions start to solidify bit by bit, is a very crucial day for every team playing in this league. All teams across divisions 1, 2, and 3, because it determines which team goes to the top, which team gets relegated to a division below. And for Div 3, arguably it's even more crucial, because the bottom 3 there get completely eliminated from the tournament, excuse me, and they have to try again in the next season. It's all going to be very interesting as the drones come out from the side of UG. Now on the attack, can they take this lead? Let's find out.
Well, we are about to find out in this round 7. Union Gaming having a win of a total of 5 defense rounds. Demas Force only be able to win 1. They will be the one on defense this time in the second half. Jittery, the good use of shock drones will be able to eliminate the Maestro cams, and so does the Mize magnet as well. Poseidon will be able to eliminate the shock drones, but at what cost? Jittery still air repelled in towards the windows of Whiskey Room. And the push from Poseidon, it will be underway. No, he's just going to wait it out in towards the washroom, still holding a very good angle here. But for now, Demas Force, all they have to do is wait for Union Gaming to get inside the building. Free fires do come in from EX7, in which they'll be able to have 0 damage just for now. But looks like the entire team of UG is already in the building, with Sandy getting his first kill. Repel in towards the window, and Beat also does the same at taking out Poseidon in towards the bathroom. That would give them the access towards the piano room. But here comes the C4 from Tsushima Go. It is not going to be of good avail. Asterix is still in a wide corridor. He knows that the attackers have already gained control on towards on piano. It should be better to not be much more aggressive. They need to wait for UG to push in towards the side so that they'll be able to lay down their trap. They have the smoke gas. Actually, yeah, they have the smoke gas canisters. They have one more C4 or a impact, I believe. As Sniper 1 Candy gets the kill from EX7, gets another from Jittery, but Sandy on the other hand tries to make some amends, taking out Asterix. As it is a 2v3 situation. 37 seconds left for Union Gaming to make their move. Sniper 1 Candy still in towards the freezer. A very unnecessary Walton coming in from Tsushima Goda's dagger, gets 1 kill, and here comes Sandy. Right at the end, eliminating Sniper 1 Candy. With it, Union Gaming will be the one still getting the lead, 6-1 against Demas Force, and they will be the one in match point. Oh boy, Union Gaming, we haven't it's been a long time since I've seen UG performing this dangerously against any opposition teams. We did see a huge a huge upset, especially from L2K. But this time, oh boy, they are prepped and ready. The same thing can be said to Demon's Force, though. The only problem is they have absolutely zero idea on uh, how to actually counter these aggressive plays coming in from these teams.
Most certainly, and mind you, while we've talked about that L2K game versus UG yesterday quite a bit. To go into specifics, L2K, looking back right now at that match yesterday, L2K completely demolished Union Gaming on the other side of Road Swap. It was 4-2 to Union Gaming on Clubhouse initially, who won Basement Church on the other side of Road Swap going to attack, and then L2K took 5 straight rounds.
Hmm.
Nothing, absolutely nothing from UG stopped that Team L2K, from making that insane play happen. After which, of course, I mean, UG, they would have not been feeling too good after that particular match. So coming in today against Demon's Force, as a slightly different team, a slightly different beast altogether, and performing this well is certainly quite the upswing in momentum for the side of UG. It seems that they've decided enough is enough. Enough of the sleeping beast act. Let's wake up and let let us make some waves happen in this division. And that has exactly been what has been happening from the side of UG today. They have certainly made some waves, especially in that Demon's Force lineup. And right now, with DF all the way down, facing that match point pressure against UG, a UG that is on top of their game, can they make any sort of comeback? Can they do anything to push for overtime? Because that is their only choice right now. The only way they will get a second chance to try and win this game is to push for overtime. If they are unable to, well, and then it's already over. Then the game will have been finished before it, effectively speaking, even began, as the drones are going off from UG yet again. We've got a few far roams all the way down on first floor. And that is, of course, R6S, who was down there a minute ago. He still is just halfway down red stairs on first floor itself, waiting in the wings to see if he can get a run out or a cheeky kill or two. But he will see the Nomad, the air jab going off, knowing that he cannot peek that region, not as effectively as he would want to. Dagger, does he know that there's somebody right below? Does he know that the Vigil is playing there? If not, this could be big. No, in fact, Dagger himself has moved into piano. Off of the Sama, reaches Sandy with a grenade is going to start things off, finding Kajit. Big drop, the Valkyrie taken off the board. That's going to nullify quite the bit of destructive power for the side of DF. C4 goes up, but that did not land where it needed to. Snap on Candy. That C4 has been rendered defunct. No, it has not. Never mind. EX7 pushing up, not knowing the C4 is there, will get taken down. And, well, fortunately for the mute, he got his C4's worth, but another kill might be secured right here. No, Jittery actually missing on R6S, dealing a good bit of damage, but not taking that kill. Will that come back to bite them? R6S with a run out. Will he find one? He's peeking. He's damaging. Jittery doesn't get the kill, but neither does R6S, who will finally fall on a re-entry. Jittery finds another one. This time, Tsukishima go to fall. It's a 2 versus 4, and suddenly Demon's Force collapsing yet again. Is down to the SAS brothers, the single SAS operator. Never mind. It's Snapper One Candy. Can he do anything in this situation? No, he cannot. Dagger will make sure of that. And like a dagger to the heart, that will be it for the side of Demon's Force tonight. A steamroll from Union Gaming today, as they will be the ones to win this first match on Cafe. I mean, at the end of it all, when all's said and done, looking back at it just now, 15 kills to Sandy. Let's start with that one. 15, 1-5. That's certainly going to help him in the MVP stats later on. But, with Jittery still having been jittery in these last couple of days, it could be a little bit of contention in that UG roster. Who gets the MVP slot? But this 15 kills will certainly help Sandy for sure. With all that being said, we're going to be going into Reel of the Moment in just a quick minute to talk about the match that we just had. I mean, most of it's going to be a Union Gaming highlights reel anyway, but might as well, it gives us a chance to see where Demon's Force went wrong, and we will be seeing that in Relive the Moment going live on your screens right now. Baba, what a match we had.
I mean, what a match we did get to see there, Jack, to be honest. Sandy with an impressive 4K, and so did Beat with the SMG 11 to start it off in the first round itself. Getting 4 kills with the SMG 11 is no joke, especially when Demon's Force decided to get that control. When the site was on second floor reading, you did get to see Union Gaming making some interesting extended roam strategies that we did get to see. A total of 2 players in towards the site, the other 2 who were roaming in towards the third floor bar, and then when the timer goes down to the last second of the timer, which should be towards on 30 or 20 seconds, every team in UG is already in the site, prepped and ready for the attackers to make their move and eliminate it. That's how UG have been performing their excellent defense strategies for the past 6 rounds. Although there was this one round on first floor kitchen where Demon's Force did win their round on that specific time, and yes, we did see Dagger and EX7 making their own Western gunfight where Sandy he was about to get his pentakill, aka the ace. Unfortunately, it did not, where Poseidon, he just sprints in, shuts down the Valk, and unfortunately it didn't. Yeah, he just said bye bye. Although Union Gaming did win it out in the third. They did, however, win it out on those specific rounds. Talking about Demon's Force's attack strategies, it was they did not utilize a lot of frag grenades to eliminate them. We did see a blitz being brought up, even with them bringing a blitz from Tsukushima Goat. They did not expected a huge damage dealt with the C4, in which blitz was he was forced to play safe. He couldn't go that aggressively as possible, and this was that specific round where Demon's Force did win it out on round 5, eliminating most of the players in a total of 2 to 3. Union Gaming was left with only just 2 players who were in towards the side. It was Beat with the SMG 11 and EX7 with the Castle, and yeah, most of the time it was just UG's game all the way. But also I do have to talk about Demon's Force's last line of defense in third floor bar. We did see a huge emphasis towards the Mute Mozzie combo to deny intel, and also a Vigil to deny intel as well. That's a lot of intel denial coming in from Demon's Force. So they actually thought that they would be able to at least counter Union Gaming's information on getting those kills. They'll be able to get those kills as soon as possible. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that well in their favor, because the amount of drones that they did place, one which was in third floor bar, did get an impressive nade kill from Sandy, in which it did eliminate Valkyrie. So for Demon's Force, they need to work out their strategies not only on defense but also on attack as well. So quite a quick match that we do have to talk about it here, Jack.
Most certainly. And, just like that, all of the rounds have been finished. I mean, that's it. That's it for the Relive the Moment. It was a very quick one.
That's all, folks.
And, that's all, folks. But indeed, not quite. It's not quite that's all, shall we say, because we still have another game coming up right after this one, and it's going to be very interesting indeed. Exterminate Esports, currently the leaders of Division 1, will be taking on LYSE Valiants on the other side of a short break that we'll be going into right now, and we will see you on the other side. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Babagusta, and our admin, Eisen, as we are here for the second game of Day 4 of Division 1 in this beautiful third season of the Pro League. And it's a pretty interesting game we've got on hand for all of our viewers at home on the map of Coastline, a map that we haven't seen in quite a while. It will be LYSC Valiants attacking against the defense of Exterminate Esports. It's going to be a very interesting game indeed, because XTM currently are the leaders of the table, sitting at the very top. And while, Valiants, unfortunately, on 5th, they've had better seasons, but then again, Division 1 is a tough division indeed. We're going to be joining the players live in the ban phase right now. And we've got a buck ban from the looks of things, interestingly enough, from LYSD Valiants. That's a lot of soft breach taken care of from the side of the attack. I'm not sure what XTM is going to do without the buck. Oh, wait, there's a sledge. He is still there in the attacking lobby, of course. While on the other hand, we, from the side of Exterminate, will see a Blackbeard ban coming in on the attack. I mean, it's Coastline. Blackbeard bans are to be expected here. And with that, we will be moving into the defender side of the ban phase. Exterminate have the first defender to be banned, and they will choose to take care of as the timer ticks down. Wow, they've taken quite the time with this decision. It will be Mira. Not sure what was there to take this long about, but you want to make sure your decisions go off as smoothly as possible. Valiants, however, very quick on the draw. They will decide to ban the Valkyrie. Very standard bans, all things considered. Both the Navy SEALs taken care of on a Coastline alongside Buck and Mira. And with that, the ban phase has been concluded. Round 1 will be underway in a short while. And Baba, take it away.
Thank you for that, Jack. And also, let's introduce the rosters on the side of LYSC Valiants. We have Skullex, Triggered, Rennie, Ghost Freak, and Bot. Actually, this is from Exterminate Esports, I believe. I do apologize for that. And on the side of Lies Valiants, there you go. It's Kingslayer, Invalid, Flickshotter, Dova, and Dibjol. As the site will be on first floor kitchen and service entrance. Most of the time, you do see either a second floor hookah. Second for hookah side being taken out. We do see a 6 pick from Trigger as he switches from the Twitch to the Dokebi. An interesting pick from Ghost Freak. He'll be the one manning the Amaru. What my maximum guess would be, technically using his Gara hooker to get access towards the get to the roof as fast as possible, and then vault in towards the luggage hallway, and she'll be able to have a faster access in getting inside the site. Either can be that, or maybe a using the Garha towards a specific window, towards on a hookah window, or at the windows of the reception stairs. I mean, technically we call it as the main stairs. We have the Cool Vibe stairs right from the west side. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to the round. Interestingly enough, XTM will be the one on attack, and LY Lies Valiants on defense. We will proceed to action phase, where we do see Echo with his yokai drones. Just needs to be careful because the yokai drones are not invisible anymore, so he needs to hide it as sneaky as possible for him. Dibjol with the early spawn peak, he is going to be able to get Bot immediately, making it a 4v5 situation.
Well, that's certainly quite the big drop. Early Bot going down, the ace taken care of. Not the best thing in the world for the side of XTM. I mean, we know that Bot can influence around quite well. Valiants, on the other hand, with that first kill, will have made sure to reduce their firepower just a little bit. Ghost Recover, he's got to be very careful trying to breach where he is into the red hallway. Does he know that Dibjol is right there? The Jaeger, I don't think he does. He's gone for a wide swing towards bedroom, but Dibjol is still waiting. The patience on this man is something else, but here we go. Amado on the reload, and he still doesn't peek. And no, the patience doesn't pay off for the knife. He does get the kill, but couldn't quite style on the attackers. Regardless, we'll find one, the Ash, and nearly got another one. Triple kill to Dibjo, but he will finally be shut down by Skullix, who barely survived that encounter, let me tell you. 1 HP, but he will go on to take his second. 2 versus 3, bringing it back for the side of the attack, XTM. And mind you, it is Coastline, an attacker-sided map, all things considered, but Valiance's first defense has certainly shook them quite a bit. They've still got Flickshotter, Invalid, and Dova to turn this round into a big win for them, and a good win to start off indeed. But, you know, had Dibjol gotten that knife off, I think it might have gone a little bit smoother for him up on the second floor. Regardless, 60 seconds and less remain. Invalid still around that reception area, trying to see what he can or can't get in terms of kills or intel, but shots are going to be fired. That's just a Zofia pre-firing towards hookah and billiards, interestingly enough. A call goes out. There we go. That will disrupt the intel gathering from the defenders temporarily, but it's not going to do much if the attackers don't push up. Triggered, still playing around on second floor alongside Skullix. Not sure what they're chasing, seeing as all 3 defenders are down below. They need to get close to sight and start making an execute soon, because if they don't, time will unfortunately run out, and that'll force them to make some questionable decisions, shall we say. 20 seconds and less, slowly counting down to 15, as there we go. The first kill is confirmed. SNG comes out. Very good kill indeed. Trigger taking Invalid down, but he still needs to get towards side. Doba finds Skullix and will find the other one. Triggered will fall, and the Melusi will take a double to finish it off. We'll see that in the instant replay as a Dova will finish it off very, very quickly and very strongly indeed, and will leave the game. Very interesting right there that Dova happened to disconnect right as we were getting to the end of the round. I mean, it's happened before. Hopefully he can connect back before too much time passes. We're still waiting for Dova to come back. Nope. We have a rehost request coming out. No, but we can, in fact, pause the timer. There we go. Timer has been paused. It's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, that the timer will, in fact, be paused here today in the Pro League. We can wait until, of course, Valiance manage to get Dova back. And as soon as they do, we will update all of our viewers on the situation. However, it will in fact be just a little bit of time, just a tiny bit of time, until we get back that final player from the side of Valence. Usually, when you have a disconnect like this, you're allowed to reconnect back. And there we go. Dova has in fact connected back, while the 6th pick from the Lion to the Yana was taken from Ghost Rig, interestingly enough. But with that, Dova's back. He's been given the dock. Might want a 6th pick out of that into anything of his desire. And he will, in fact, going into the Legion. And as soon as the timer is unpaused, we will also resume back with the match. Very quick and very interesting indeed. Just making sure that both sides are ready to resume. And we will start the timer. There we go. Resume timer. And we should, yep, it's clicking down, ticking down, excuse me. I see that infinity smile there, Baba. I know what you're trying to do. Hopefully he hasn't lagged out. I mean, I've managed to fool Baba doing that every now and again. But, oh boy, I can see that. That hurt your jaw, didn't it? That definitely hurt Baba's jaw. F for Baba in the chat. The infinity smile, unfortunately, seems to have dusted off his jaw. His lower jaw, at least, quite a bit. And with that, we will be going back into the match right here, right now. XTM losing the first round on the attack to Valiance, who, in their second round of defense, has gone to first floor blue and Sunrise Bar.
10 seconds to go.
I was actually doing a cosplay of spread positivity, but damn, making a cosplay is very difficult,
I thought that was Drax. Like,
Attackers
you could have fooled me.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
I mean, wise Baba, I guess.
Okay, so shall we add that to Cyber Baba?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean,
Cyber-wise.
yeah. Let's. Who knows? Maybe at the end of the round, end of the map, we just might call out Cyber Baba. Because why not? I mean, he has some, he has much more vital thoughts than Baba Gusta himself. So maybe, bringing in Cyber Baba would actually bring him, because he has much more information than me.
Well, we might be able to see some Cyber Baba action right towards the end, but right now it won't be that, as the second round will be proceeding towards the action phase. And as usual, you know, from Extreme Esports, we've seen this before from them. They're just going to drone it out, gather intel to get their push started, make sure that they have everything in place. You know, last round it was very haphazard, if I'm allowed to say that, from the side of XTM. And Valiance, on the other hand, they took well advantage of that. This round, they'll be looking to do the same with this, you know, odd side selection. But okay, Dibjol going out early as Ghost Freak takes a lot of damage. Not sure from what. But again, Dibjol, he is very trigger happy right there. At least run out happy, but he's going to have to be trigger happy if he wants to beat the clock and get a kill or two. Ghost Freak, grenade going out. Will he find something off of that? Not quite. Just does a little bit of damage to the Melusi. And with that, we're already past the 1 minute 30 mark.
Entire team is still alive, but I wouldn't say the same thing to Ghost Freak though. With him taking a lot of damage with that run out from the Jaeger, it will be very difficult for Exterminate Esports to win these attack rounds. Knowing that the site is on first floor, Blue Bar and Sunrise, the attackers do have a chance to win this round. They have the soft wall breach to make vertical lines of sight. They do need to be careful of those roamers. That would be the Mozzie, in which he was trying to push him in, but eliminating Flick Shot would give them the maximum advantage. Triggered is already inside the second floor hookah, and also towards on Blue Bar. Scuffle tries to contest with the Jaeger, and so does the Woma. He is forced to reload, whereas Ghost Freak gets one, instantly gets refract from the Melusi. Ash knows what exactly is happening, but he's going to win or lose to that gunfight, leading to Invari getting a double kill, and so does Climax, taking out Dibjol. And here comes the post-plan situation from XCM. Invalid, in a very difficult 1v2 situation, decides to go for a run out, doesn't actually seize anything, in which the attackers have the information. He knows that he's in towards second floor hookah. He will be able to instantly rotate back to by vaulting in towards the hallway, as he is back in the Blue Bar. All he needs is the intel on where exactly the diffuser has been placed. And also Scuffle, he's just patiently waiting, because XTM knows that it's their game. They just have to make sure that they get those kills or waste their times, in which bot will actually get it. XTM Esports winning round 2 on attack, first floor Blue Bar. And with it, the score will be equalized. 1-1 will be the score line as we proceed to round 3. Round 3 is where we might be able to see a second floor hookah. Just as I was talking about it, it will be the site. And talking about it, I would say Valiance might actually win for at least a 3 to 4 defending rounds. The way how they've progressed in the first round itself gets to see how, you know, aggressive Lies Valiance is, especially Dibjol, who went very aggressive in towards the office run out. Did deal vital damage to Ghost Freak, but sad to say he was alive, and he did get that one kill. Unfortunately enough, that huge amount of damage didn't work out well for LYC Valiance. And this time the side being on second floor hookah, maybe there might be some chance. Flick Shot are already making some shotgun hurls in towards the default, so that any of the particular defenders, maybe a roamer like Kingslayer or Invalid, who decides to try to stay in towards the first floor Blue Bar, will be able to make an angle, make sure that they wouldn't immediately go for that default plant. Although opening up huge chunks of walls would be able to give away the attackers' exact idea on what's happening here. Knowing that they did made some vertical lines of sight towards the second floor hookah, their main objective is to clear the site of the first floor Blue Bar as well as the Sunrise Bar, so that they can slowly push in towards the hookah lounge and go for the plant. It's up to them on what kind of attack push that they have to go in. You can either go for an aqua push, or you can go for a similar second floor hookah push as well. So maybe who knows, maybe we might see a bit of both here, as we're about to find out in the side of action phase. We do see the Ash repelled in towards the hatch of the second floor penthouse. Actually, no, it's going to be a Rennie who is still holding who is still towards on the ruins. Actually, did see one of the attackers who did repelled in towards the a penthouse window in which there might be some push happening in on the VIP lounge, so that they'll slowly make their way in towards the side and get those wins. Just as I was talking about it, Ghost Freak be the one who will be inside. Interestingly enough, we do see an Ace's Selma breach charge being used to open up the hatch. Although there were you wouldn't require a lot of hard breaching capabilities, especially in a map like Coastline. So I
Attackers
I
dropped the
I
diffuser.
I
Attackers
do
have
agree
recovered the
why
bomb
you
diffuser.
you would need a faster breach happening on that specific hatch.
Bomb located by
Well, for the
attackers.
time being, we're going to see if Hard Breach is going to be useful for the side of the attack. XTM bringing in bringing in the Ace certainly won't hurt because the AK-12 with its high DPS is always a weapon you want to be very careful of as a defender. Right now, with Dibjal just below the white stairs towards reception, I believe his position, is going to be given away any second now. Summer Breaches are going off on towards VIP, giving us that standard angle that we otherwise see Hibana taking advantage of in this push. Regardless, it's the same angle made by a hard breacher that is currently under use from the side of XTM. Kingslayer from Hookah trying to come up probably through blue stairs as Dibjal playing security is giving us some intel, giving Valiance, the rest of Valiance, of course, some intel as well. Triggered. Nice throw of the drone right there. Excuse me, right there. Yeah, just doing some intel work both sides still, in fact, as XTM are slowly running out of time. 40 seconds remain. Valiants have yet to do quite a lot of work as XTM, have to do a lot of work as the push is going to come in. Here we go. Dibs is going to find one. That's Rennie off the board, and that's a big drop indeed. He's still playing vertical as Invalid has taken a lot of damage, but he's not down for the count just yet. Triggered, trying to push up, but he won't see Kingslayer. That's going to be the Wamai taking one, and that's puts them in a 3v5. The plant is yet to go down, and the Echo is still alive. Skullix pushing up the hallway. That Human's going to give away his position as the plant is going off. Can Doba find it? Skullix going to find Flick Shutter, as the downs are coming in. But no, the Echo will be taken. No, the Legion is taken, and the plant is going off. Wait a minute. Yep, there we go. Bot's going to go for it, but it won't matter. The down comes in right towards the end. Oh boy, that was a very chaotic and slightly confusing end round moment right there. But it still goes the way of LYSE Valiance. 2-1 the scoreline as they will take Hookah by the skin of their teeth and will go to kitchen and service entrance in round 4 once again. Exterminate Esports came into this match confident, but now they have to work for this victory. That's what Valiance is telling them, because both of these teams are our sort of rising stars, if you will. Valiance being the more veteran team of the two when it comes to Division 1, but both of them, by all regards, are new to this very top tier of South Asia, Rainbow Six Siege. With all that being said, round 4 will be underway. Kitchen being the side of choice, Valiance taking the lead.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
For Valiance, though, that was a really close round on towards the second floor. Hookah, even with Ace going very aggressive, knowing that there is an Echo being played, there is that smoke gas canisters to deny a lot of information. It would have been better if they did try to, get into the side as fast as possible so that they'll be able to deal with those specific operators. Fortunately, they did get the control on the side. The only problem was the diffuser, in which the Ace had, instead of going for the plant, he went in to get the frags, in which it was a good idea. But in the end, knowing what, knowing the defenders, that XTM's idea was to be much more aggressive, they decided to play time, and it eventually worked out well in their favor. Round 4 action phase will proceed. This time it will be the same operator specs coming in from both the teams. We do see a double deniers, the Echo and the Smoke. I'm very excited for the next season update, where we'll be able to see Tachanka being brought in to the competitive play here. I'm very excited for Tachanka though. But for now, let's just focus into the match, whereas Rini and Zofia have gotten the control towards the sun, actually from the blue bar. They're just they just worried, or they're just waiting for an information for their attackers, knowing that there won't be any traps or what kind of positions that the defenders are playing. Currently, we do see only one roamer, and that's going to be the Vigil, who's slowly creeping up towards the second floor hallway. Shooting that drone will be able to compromise the location, but that pre-fire from Invalid almost getting the shot off towards Skullx. But he hasn't given up his positioning just yet. He's just patiently waiting. He's just waiting for the attackers to make a move. Actually, the defenders to make their move, as still the pre-fires do come in from XCM. A lot of time being wasted, just like the same round that you did get to witness in the previous round. And here comes the first frag. Dibjol with the K18 taking out Ghost Freak, will be able to give Lice Valence a good opportunity. Skullx again with that pre-fire. He needs to retaliate back. He needs to make an answer here. Whereas the Legion, still in security room, is dealing a lot of damage to the attackers.
Quite indeed. Ghost Freak going down. That's not going to be good for the side of XTeam Esports. Sure, the Sledge has done a little bit of vertical work, but not a whole lot, and not much he could do given that he was taken down early. With that first frag under their belt, Valiance will be looking with a Dibjol, on the Vigil for the flank as Invalid. He spotted somebody down the hallway, and that looks like it is triggered alongside Zofia. Skullx and triggered in this position, very, very open alongside Bot. Sure, Bot may be holding down the courtyard entry, but should the pulse swing wide on the... Oh, never mind. There goes one. Dova taken care of, and all of that analysis is instantly thrown out the window as the Melusi will fall. Gas grenade goes out. Rennie's taking a bit of damage. It looks like he wanted to vault in Kitchen. That's going to do a lot of damage to him, but Boss going to find Dibjol in the meanwhile. That's another drop, making it a 4 versus 3. Man advantage as Flickshot's going to throw in another gas canister, dealing more damage to Rini. He can't get out of there in time. Flickshotter takes him out, but the plan is going off. It will be denied. A kill is confirmed down to the ace, and now it's all falling apart. Trigger still going for it. Skullx takes a triple in the meanwhile, finding one, but there's still the Echo. He hasn't denied in time. And that is going to force him into a clutch position. Can he get this Kingslayer? He's found the kill. Can he find the second? No, he can't. Oh my me, that was such a messy end of round, but Triggered manages to walk away with it, finishing the plant just in time to avoid the knife from the Echo. Kingslayer, he would have been better off just shooting, and a mistimed sonic burst from the Echo Drone is what saves the side of XTM. That round should not have been theirs, and they will know it full well. Going 2-2 right now, equalized on the 5th round. Oh boy, indeed. I mean, the kill trade was there. Most certainly, the body trade was there, but it wouldn't have mattered had the Echo just delayed that sonic burst a little bit. Just even a little bit. Skullx wasn't even hunting for the Echo drone after that first burst. He was trying to find the Echo, I guess, trying to see if he was peeking, holding down a cross angle for the Twitch, but had that second burst been delayed by a millisecond, that's all it needed. 1 millisecond, just a little bit more restraint, that would have been it. But unfortunately for Kingslayer, that wasn't the case. He found Skullx, only to be found trying to go for a knife on Trigger. That's going to make it 2-2, and round 5 is underway.
Oh boy, that was a lot of chaos happening in that previous round. You know, the Lice Valiance having the chance to even the millisecond that Jack talked about wasn't enough, and XCM will barely win that round on the first floor kitchen site. First floor kitchen will be the site for Lice Valiance yet again, and XCM needs to figure out a way. They need to make sure that they would keep up their attack push, maybe try to push in towards the site as early as possible. having some, early kills, eliminating the Jaeger who decides to, most of the time you do see Flickshaw going very aggressive, and this time he's actually doing exactly that. The default cams still available for Lice Valiance. They'll be able to use it to get good amount of information so that he'll be able to go for that exclusive run-outs. Whereas Dipjol, the man who is playing the pulse, will be able to give the info, and looks like it's going to be a heavier attack rush coming in from XCM. Kingslayer will actually get one, but he doesn't see the Echo drones, will be able to deny one, but can he guess the other? Yes, he does, and also a kill comes in from Melusi, who did, however, came back towards the bathroom. I do have to apologize. It was the Legion who came in towards the toilets to deny the plan. Already, XCM is in trouble by making that huge mistake, which is going very aggressive towards the service entrance. Whether the attackers are forced to split push, maybe hopefully to eliminate one or two defenders who actually knows what is going on. It's sad to say, for now they're just wasting a lot of time here. With Lice Valiance, they just don't have to worry about anything at all. They just need to wait for the attackers to push in, because they have the information on where exactly the diffuser is. Having the information with that, XCM will be in much of a difficulties here.
Most certainly, as a kill will be dropped by Rennie, and Ghost Freak will be dropped by Flickshutter as well. 2 versus 4, and a failed rush plant is going to be the bane of XTM's existence right here. We have Rennie taking damage from a goo mine in his shin. Can he be put out of his misery? Yes, he can. The UMP fires off. That is Dipjol taking Rennie down. It's all down to Scullix, and where is the main man? He himself is outside the kitchen window, just sort of running around in the area. Not much he can do here unless he can find somehow 4 kills within the next 35 seconds. What a round for Valiance. Certainly after that last round, after that very demoralizing end of round situation that Kingslayer faced, this round will certainly up their spirits quite a bit. And on the other side, XTM, that push, I mean, honestly, that left me, excuse me, with more questions than it did answers about why in anything did they go for that sort of a play. It wasn't gonna work, not with the Echo in play, and not with the amount of information that was being traded. Kingslayer finally going for the run out, shuts down Scullix, and with that, that will be Valiance taking the lead back once again. XTM, terribly executed rush plant attempt once again, not looking for that Echo drone. I'm not sure if it's just the fact that Echo hasn't been in competitive play for so long or something else, but they need to start looking for that Echo drone. They need to start playing the IQ if they can. And there we go. Ghost Freak is going to bring in the German attacker. Hopefully she doesn't get 6 picked out, because the way X Team has been playing, I mean, not to be mean or anything, but they desperately need an IQ the way this is going.
Well, anyway, 6 pick will come in from Invalid, as we see an Echo being brought up on the side of Valiance. As also we do take a look at the scoreboards here. Scullix will be the one to get a total of 8 kills, with most of the time it was Climax who is doing most of the heavy lifting, and so does Bot, where he plays as the ace. The heart breaching capabilities always works out well, because especially on a site like Hookah, they do need that angle being placed right towards the roof from the billiards room, so that they'll be able to eliminate any of those particular players playing from that exact same location. But talking about that previous round, the rush that XCM did was ill-advised. It would have been better to just drone it out first, check to see whether if there's any traps being laid out, and then it would have been better to just go for the plan. Maybe eliminating those Echo drones would be a viable option. But this time, picking the IQ will be able to give XCM the perfect information, the perfect location on where exactly the gadgets are being placed, so that they'll be able to think this through. Even with the Twitch shock drone being placed, they don't have to worry about, they really don't have to worry about the operators being taken out early in this game. The shock drone will do its trick, taking out the important, the important gadgets, and hopefully they'll be able to win this one out without dealing any problem. Most of the attack rounds that we did get to see from XTM is always either in a 1v3 or a 1v2 situation. And it was a failed one, but Dipjol, on the other hand, with the FBI shotgun, is going to eliminate.
That's interesting.
I mean, that is interesting, but here comes the nade though. Will he survive the nade is the biggest question. He will survive, which would give Dibjol in a very advantageous positioning here. They haven't they haven't gone for a refrag, but the drones in which will be able to detect where exactly Pulse's location is will be a bit difficult. Although he will rotate back. He still has Jova to hold that cover, but Kingslayer on the other hand decides to go for a pre-fire and gets that confirmation, making already in a 3v5 situation, make that 3v4 as Kalex gets the kill on Kingslayer, the man who did eliminated the GSD9 operator. IQ will be avenged from none other than the Sophia.
Well, with the IQ down, that's going to hurt XTM's push once again, if they're even allowed to get that far in the first place. Does Kalex know that the Pulse is right there behind that vase sort of thing? I don't know what you call this thing that he's hiding behind, but it's the Harry Potter part of Coastline, as we all like to say. I don't think he does. Dibjol in the meanwhile, there we go, lights up the Zofia and finishes him off. I mean, that looked violent, and that certainly was, because that shotgun, despite being pretty strong in its own right, has a terrible range that to work with. I mean, the FBI shotgun, not the best shotgun. That one goes to the GIGN one or the FO12 if you're really feeling adventurous. But right now, it doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that Dibjol, playing Pulse Shotgun, has managed to shut down XTM on multiple counts. They don't even have the diffuser. Rennie and Bot, they're just going to try and make a push towards side, through the barbed wire, through everything, pre-firing as much as they can. They have 30 seconds and less to do this, but can they get in there? Here goes the frag grenades. Here goes the smoke grenades as well, to try and deny vertical lines of sight, to try and deny entry, as a C4 will go out as well. Dibjol has been down below. Interestingly enough, Renee's going in. Will he find one? Nope, here's the shotgun. Here's one. Here's two. Flick Shutter. Finish it off. It was the shotgun round indeed for the side of Valiance. I mean, you had Dibjol, FBI shotgun going ham down below, and then you had the Mossberg 590 in the hands of the Smoke, taking down the final two and putting us in a 4-2 round situation going into round 7 roll swap. Valiance on the attack now, while the side of XTM, they are looking very much out of it today. And I'm quite interested to see if they can bring things back on the other side of this roll swap. They are on the defense, of course, and they could do this, but looking at that Valiance attacker lineup right now, it's going to be very tough indeed.
Well, the amount of shotgun plays that we did get to see from Lice Valiance on defense, unfortunately, it will be their last, as the first half did come to an end, and here comes the second half, where XTM will be the one on defense. You see the SAS brothers Smoke and Mute being played, and so does the Melusi with her Banshee deterrent, which would halt any aggressive peaks coming in on the side of Lice Valiance. So for the attackers wise, taking a look at the operator selection, we do see Doa with the Lions EE1D scanner, and so does the Iana's Gemini replicator. Oh my goodness, I just took around like 3 to 4 seconds to try to realize the name of the gadget. The Gemini replicator. Just imagine.
I mean,
I'm just so excited about the future, because who knows what kind of new names that we're going to get for the new operators. I mean, we have, we have the Banshee deterrent. I mean, back in the days where we used to play Siege, it was just like Thermite's exothermic charge, smoke gas canisters, Thatcher's EMP. Now we have the Melusi's Banshee deterrent, Gemini replicator, the Rima Dash, aka the Oryx.
I knew we were going that way. I knew we were going that way.
I mean, most of the gadgets name that we have right now, it is cool. I wouldn't say it's not. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's actually cool. I actually do like it. But for now, let's just head on to the round as Ghostwig with the T5 SMG gets that beautiful headshot towards Invalid. Although they do need to be careful of the Hall of Fame, in which one is already looking into that angle will be able to miss that opportunity. But for now, he's just going to fall back towards the site on Billiards Room. The push from XTM, actually the push from Lice Valiance though, have made a decision to push towards the VIP room. It looks like the Jaeger, aka the bot, he's still in towards the Hall of Fame here. He's just waiting for the attackers to make their move, and that surprise element would work out. But no, the flashbang will flashed and gets taken out by a sad old trusty knife.
Well, as they say, a 6-inch blade never loses reception, and definitely it didn't in that situation for Flickshotter. That blade certainly didn't lose reception. It was on 5 bars, all 5 powered up and ready to take down bot. That's a good kill, mind you. The Jaeger going down towards the side of Hall of Fame, but we've got Dibjal in meanwhile caught in a Banshee. Gonna throw a grenade. Can he find one? No. Does some damage to Rini as the Hibana in the meanwhile is pushing up from the side of Luggage. There's the second grenade from Dibjal. That will find somebody, but the Banshee slows him down more than enough for Ghostfreak to secure the kill. Only for Flickshotter to find Trigger. There goes Skullix. Suddenly everything's falling apart, but no, Ghostfreak, he's found one. It's a 1v2. Can he get the other kill out on the side of Luggage? No, he can't. It's an Ash, and the Crouch Peak will win the day. Kingslayer makes sure that the side of Valiants do not lose a round. And with that, another round goes the way of Valiants. They are now 1 round away from match point, 5-2 up on the scoreboard. And XTM for, not the first time in this season, but certainly for the longest stretch now, are being threatened for that #1 spot.
Oh boy, talking about the standings though, according to the standings that we have here, Summit Esports still strong with a very huge round conversion rate of 15, having a total points of 12. They haven't lost a single match just yet. 4 total wins. Now going up against Team Lies Valiants will be a difficult one though, because they are also in. They haven't lost a single matches as well. 2 wins. They have a total of 6 points. The only difference will be the round conversion, unless and until XTM decides to go for an overtime match point, as our Jack would always love to say it. But talking about it, if Lies Valiants do win, it actually goes to Team L2K's match to see and check whether the round conversion rate is higher or not. If it is not higher, then Lies Valiants will be the one getting the second place, whereas Team L2K might go to the third and vice versa. So it's always that competition on who's going to be the first. So I'm very excited and also very curious to know who's going to be that one. I'm just trying to figure out a word on how do I say this one. Yeah. Electrifying team to get in that top position. It's a major competition on Division 1. It is a major competition to see who's going to win it out, but let's find it out here as the Lions EE1D scanner will be able to detect where exactly the alibi's location is. So, but the only problem that I do need to deal with is the Vigil currently holding in towards the Sunrise bar. We haven't seen any bodies being dropped just yet. It's just damage being dealt from both the teams, and that too it's from Rini and Ghostfreak. For Lies Valiants, they need 2 more wins on attack. The site being on first floor kitchen will be a difficult one for the attackers. Dova, he do knows that there is the Vigil. He decides to go for a pre-fire. I guess he doesn't know where exactly Rene's location is. If Rene gets this one, it might be very crucial for them. But it's going to be Bot taking out Dibjal, making it a 5v4. Diana goes down and so does Flickshotter from Bot. Bot is definitely not going to be happy with this. He still needs more. He's still hungry for more. But Rene, what is going on? A huge ring around the roses. In the end, Rene will actually win that gunfight with the SMG-12, eliminating Dover, making it a 5v2. Make that a 4v2 as Kingslayer takes out Rene.
Oh, that would have been a beautiful headshot had Kingslayer connected that, but no, Skullix will take his life instead, leaving invalid the last man standing for the side of Valiants. 1v4. How much can he do with 1:10 remaining? 70 whole seconds. That's a long time, let me tell you. And he can certainly make some conversions if he is allowed to. Diffuser is in his pocket, so he can even push site, given that multiple roamers are out, multiple operators are out on to the first floor area. Coastline, has he seen the Zofia? Yes, he will. Will he take the kill? Finally gets the down and manages to finish off Invalid. Interestingly enough, it was on the other side of a Prisma of Alibi. So, spotting the Zofia was a little tough. The color schemes of both the operators are similar to some extent. And with that, we will be going into round 9. Interestingly enough, Scullix is asking for a rehost for the side of XTM, and we will have to unfortunately go into the rehost, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back on the other side of that nice and quickly as we return to our faces once again. It's certainly been a very interesting match, and as Baba's very emotionless face for a second there showed, you're still showing an emotion there, Baba.
Do I?
Yeah.
I was just trying to fix it with my hands, but unfortunately it could not. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Mhm.
You want to have those little moments where you can act out on camera, because why not? We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy some chill Rainbow Six games, and that is certainly what we are doing, as evidenced by Baba's little head spin.
Bob and weave, as we'd like to call it. Bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
I mean, most of the time, if I do try to go to a dance party, I think this is going to be my good move. Just bob and weave, every single time. Any single song that you actually do want to listen to, just bob and weave, bob and weave. Who knows? You might, you might have some fun with your friends. Who knows? I mean, it's a good dance move. Keep on going, keep on going. I mean, why don't you try it? Why don't you try it, Jack? It might, it might be fun.
I don't know. I don't know if I have the neck length to do it, but sure, let's see.
Yeah, it's technically how you go to that training session. Remember back in those days where you had to go to a school in Saturday morning, then you have to do those exercises. Instead of doing the left and right, you just do it right, like in front.
I mean, I certainly remember though, but it's been a few years since I've done that, as evidenced by my very unfortunate attempt. I mean, it is what it is. Some of us are not quite as strong in the neck as some of our other companions can be. All right, you can stop now.
I think I'm going to go with that.
I'm going to see that in my dreams. I'm telling you tonight. I'm not sleeping tonight. No way.
I mean, it's just
that image in my head.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to sleep. Next thing you know, there's a total of 100 to 200 bobbleheads doing the same exact thing. It's like, oh yes, Jack, wake up and smell the ashes.
I'm sorry, I cannot take you seriously while you're doing that. Like, absolutely not. I cannot take you seriously when you're doing that. I do apologize, but sometimes it's nice to just do
sit
whatever,
back and relax,
whatever just weirdness comes to our heads. I mean, I certainly appreciate casting with Baba primarily for that reason. He's like, you can do some amazing analysis and amazing casting, but nothing beats weird Baba moments. That's beautiful. Going back to the match at hand, Exterminate Esports, currently, they aren't exactly looking that great against Valiant. Sure, they did just take the last round going into the rehost, and it was a pretty good round, all things considered. Valiant, on the other hand, for the majority of this match, have been amazing, all things considered, and that is very evident in the 5-3 scoreline in their favor that we are getting to see right now. And all in all, just Valiance is it has been amazing, and I have to say the 4-2 on the other side of roll swap going into a 5-2, it's been good, but they need to keep up that momentum. They can't afford to get ahead of themselves, which is something that Valiance has suffered from before. And XTM, on the other hand, their old problems of just mid to end round transitions where they lose bodies, not refragging enough or in time. It's it's certainly been hurting them quite a bit today, as we've been seeing just overall. Speaking of which, XTM, they've just got one player left to join the lobby. Valiants are all in, and we're just waiting on that last player to come in nice and quickly. Speaking of which, XTM have used up their rehost, of course, while Valiants are, well, yet to. We had the pause timer earlier in the match, but unfortunately, this last rehost that we had to take was apparently an unavoidable situation, and reconnection would probably have been an issue. I like how I absolutely butchered the word probably. It's not even a word that you look at twice, speaking it every day, but probably, I guess, every now and again you can.
Brings back the bitter moments, eh?
Oh, absolutely. Who knows? We might have a. Nah, you know what? That doesn't work. I was
I mean,
gonna
who
say
knows?
something. I was gonna say something with Jeet, but that doesn't work quite. But I wanted to
Jeet
complete the
Luther.
pun.
Never mind. I was actually trying to do the exact opposite, but yeah, it. There goes my English. There, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It's, uh, it's some of those screws that I have inside. No, I kind of feel like it's been dropped off someplace, and I just couldn't find it. So, yeah. Yikes.
Sounds like me in stationery back in second grade. I know, very, very odd thing to say at this juncture, but
Uh,
I kind of had to. I mean, I hadn't said anything for a while, and you were going off about losing things and not finding them. It just reminded me of that. So why
I
not?
mean, I still remember in the previous stream where I was casting with Foxy, like
Hmm.
out of nowhere, I just realized that I left my book at high school. Like my literal notebook where I wrote my entire notes on English. Couldn't find out where exactly my notes was, so I was forced.
Okay, okay, okay,
I
okay,
was
okay.
forced
Wait, wait, wait. Before,
to.
before, wait, wait,
Mhm,
wait. Before you continue with the story, I just
mhm.
have to point out the poetic irony of
Mhm.
you losing your English notebook in
Yeah.
class.
Yep. And I remembered yesterday. I'm not kidding. I actually remember that yesterday. Like, see, like, to be honest, when I lost my English book, I was forced to write the entire pages of the number of 3 to 4 months that the teacher had given me. I had to rewrite every single thing for a total of 60 pages.
Yikes.
Yes, I asked my mom to help me out with it, but yeah, most of the time I did help out. I mean, even I also did wrote it out, but damn, it's always those one of those things where I forget and then out of nowhere I just remembered. I'm like, wait, that's where I kept my book.
Anyway, enough of our life stories, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going back into the match between Exterminate Esports and LYSE Valiants on the other side of the Rios, called by XTM. We'll be joining the players live after making sure everything is set and ready. 5-3 is the scoreline in favor of Valiants, and we'll be going into the pick phase of round 9. Second floor hookah lounge and billiard seems to be the site of choice from the side of XTM, and with that, round 9 is underway.
Round 9 is underway. The site will be on second floor hookah, with the team on this with XTM on defense, and we will be able to see a jackal being brought in, and also an interesting six pick from bot as he switches from the
Defenders,
smoke
protect your
to
bombs
the
from being
echo.
defused
We
by
did we do
attackers.
see a lot of echo plays being brought up. It's been a long time since Echo was quarantined from Shadow Legacy, and this time he's been he's back, and he's still stronger than ever. Although with the recent nerfs, taking out the invisible drones, and now the drone is visible, you don't need an IQ to scan it. You can be able to see those drones through your naked eyes. That's a good advantage for the attackers, and also for our Echo mains out there. They need to be creative and
10 seconds
hiding
remaining.
those yokai drones with it. they still I still remember that they
5
did
seconds
switched
to
out
insertion.
the impact drones, then they brought back the deployable shields, so it will be an
Attackers are heading
interesting
out to
factor
defuse a bomb.
for the defenders to bring in much more operators like these. Most of the time we do see a warden being brought up because he also has a deployable shield, and also he has the glasses, in which most of the attackers, what they do is throw a flashbang to make sure that the ADS wouldn't get caught up. And with that flashbang being thrown,
Attackers
the
dropping
warden will
the
be
diffuser.
able to, get the upper hand when it comes to picking those gunfights. But
bomb
enough about
diffuser.
that. Let's just focus on the action phase, where the attackers will do the same thing yet again, getting the control in towards the second floor Hall of Fame. Just the only problem was XTM. They did hold the. Actually, it was on first location. I do apologize for that. On second floor hookup, I believe it was Bot who did, who was playing also very close on towards the Hall of Fame entrance, and then got flashbanged and realized it was too late, and he did lose nonetheless. The Iana's Gemini replicator though will be able to give good amount of informations, making sure that there won't be any rumors holding that specific position. They do need to be careful of Rini and Triggered, who is still in the first floor, and they still have an opportunity to go for that flank.
Drones coming out from the side of Valiants, giving them all the information in the world or in this map right now. As XTM, they need to just hold strong. We got Zophia's concussives, interestingly enough, going off, but Trigger's going to find Dova. That's a big drop, as the Jackal will be taken care of early. Not sure what gunfight he was trying to pick, but whichever it was, did not lend well to that man's credence. Dibjal, however, will find Ghost Freak. That's a big drop indeed, and he's going to throw the drone, knowing full well that there's somebody down below. That is the Melusi Triggered, who might just be being pushed by the Ash. No push from the side of Kingslayer. He's in fact going off towards the side of Aquarium Balcony, trying to get in and complete a pincer movement. Flickshutter holding the flank to make sure that Triggered doesn't get any bright ideas about going for a big eventful flank. But this Gemini replicator is going to come out. Trigger's going to see that, give a call out, thinking that that's the Iana, but that is in fact the Gemini. But it won't matter. There goes a Bot and a Skullix together. That is a good double kill indeed. Dibjal and the Zofia Invalid finding much needed drops for the side of Valiant. XTM caught in a 2v4. Can they make it out of this? All men alive, or another round will go the way of the side of this attacking team. XTM Triggered, Rini, the last two standing. Rini has performed very well up until this match, and there we go, one kill. Can he get the diffuser? Yes, he will. That's a good drop with 15 seconds remaining, but the push is in, but it won't matter. It's Rini all over the place indeed, as he will be the one to drop everybody and finish off the round for the side of XTM. They will hold on against Valiants, putting themselves one round away from equalizing 5-5, but they are 4-5 down, as a Blue and Sunrise Bar will be the sad choice going into the 10th round. Very good round for Rini, very good round for XTM, who finally seem to be showing up to this match.
XTM is not out of the game just yet. They still need one more round to equalize the round, and they're going to do whatever it takes to win it. We do see a 6-pick from Ghost Freak, as he's going to bring in the Frost, and so does Invalid. He's going to bring in the Nomad, the air jabs, which will be crucial for those runouts, in which it will be able to deny it, making sure that the defenders won't have any advantages when it comes to eliminating those operators. Talking about the defense, it's interestingly enough, we do see a castle being brought up, and we might see a castle armor panel being placed towards the kitchen. No, I think it's just going to be a normal barricade. Maybe a run out towards on kitchen through to the ruins, in which they'll be able to get that a surprise attack, or maybe he's just going to place the armor panels instead. One which would be towards the reception entrance, two maybe in towards the windows, and the third in the entrance of Blue Bar. Actually, it is not. It's going to be on security room. Most of the predictions I make, it's always wonderful, you know. Maybe I just need to add it on my number of times I failed in my predictions tab, and I guess
I have that number.
Oh, really? What's the number?
30. This makes 30.
Oh, wow. 30, huh?
Yep.
Let's put it to 50 then, shall we? I mean, Yes, I mean it is a failed prediction, but still, you know, I mean if you are going down, you gotta go down in style. Am I right?
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Absolutely. Why do you think they call it falling with style? That's why. You
Because
know?
you go down in style.
Exactly. I like that you got that first time around. I mean, you take that reference for what you will, ladies and gentlemen. But with 2 minutes remaining, Valiants have plenty of time to make this push happen. Interestingly enough, just like Baba pointed out a minute ago, we've got the pulse, not the pulse, excuse me, the frost in play from Ghost Freak. Those big traps placed under the windows and other vaultable or otherwise entry areas. It's going to be quite interesting to see how Valiants countered this particular defender, as that's an interesting spot for Frost Trap. Indeed, triggered right next to those plants by the Harry Potter spot of blue stairs. As we've got the Pulse giving away information for his team. Vertical lines aside are being made, and Bot barely gets away with his life. But will he be able to, Rini, make sure that Dover will go down? But there goes Triggered. Flickshotter manages to fire back onto XTM. Both sides are playing pretty well right now, and that is going to make this match that much harder. Dover acknowledging the shot that Rini made onto him and giving him compliments to go. But of course, it's not over just yet. We've got drones being taken out, drones being deployed as Valiants are trying to push in, and yet they can't find that opening, that one opening that they need. Flickshotter, he's been doing verticality for so long, and there we go. One will go down. That's Bot taking care of the pulses of the board. Kingslayer in Sunrise entry. Can he make this count? No, Flickshotter positioning wrongly as he will unfortunately go down. Kingslayer pushing in with the diffuser. He's going to go for the plant. Looks like there needs to be a crossfire being held, and it will be, but no, Skulls will take advantage of that. Kingslayer needs to get out of the plant, but he will be allowed to do it and will be taken down. Skulls with the triple, instantly going for the counter def is invalid. He needs to rush, he needs to go for this, but he can't. It's being watched, and Rini from Blue Bar is gonna be taking him down, and Kingslayer will be the one, Skullex will be the one to get the counter defeats off. Beautiful play by the Wamai right there. Taking a triple on his way to that as well. Very, very well done. Exterminate Esports styling on Valiants in that last round. Blue and Sunrise, definitely a good pick for them. And with that, they have equalized with the side of LYSC Valiants. They have been winning round after round in consecution for a while now. Can Valiants pull back? Can they push against this defense? Or will it be an XTM game from this point out?
After a total of 3 defending rounds, one on the side of XTM, they're just 2 rounds away to winning it out. And talking about it, looks like Valiants are trying to bring in the big guns here. 6 pick from Invalid, as he's going to bring in the Ying. We may be able to see a smoke and a Candelas being used so that they'll be able to go for a quick plant on service entrance. Although they do need to, take care of some few loose ends. That would be the yokai drones, the C4s from Bot, and also some of the nades from Ghost Freak as well as Trigger. Unless if they do use it, of course. But unfortunately, Trigger doesn't have it for now. He's just, I guess he just made some rotation towards on first floor kitchen, and it's just the main ones. But for now, XTM Esports winning 3 rounds on defense. They will be able to equalize the round against them in the second half. A very crucial and a vital one for them. And XTM, they're still proving that they will be the best of the best, and they're just going to make sure that they'll be able to defeat any opposition teams that are coming right in their path. So this time, for Valiants, they just need to be prepped and prepared here. We did see the Ying already. He's just wading in towards the entrance of the service entrance door, whereas Flickshotter will be able to hold out the angle on kitchen, making sure that there won't be any nearby surprises, just like the C4 that we did get to witness. And Valiants, they're just gonna drone it out here. All 5 players present. They just need smoke. They just need flashbangs, and there you go. The party has arrived. Smoke smoke's being thrown out, Candela's being thrown out, the smoke gas canister's being thrown out. All they have to do is just go for the plant. And Flipshot's going to do exactly that. Invalid. He actually gets one, taking out Trigger. Dipjol takes out Rennie, making it a 3v5 post-plant situation. Make that 2v5. C4 comes in with the bot, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to find anything just yet. Invalid with the triple kill, making it a 1v5 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you do an attack coordination from Lies Valiant. This is how you attack. And Skullex, sadly, all by himself, he needs to find these 5 players. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to find anyone just yet. Lies Valiant with a flawless round on round 11, first floor kitchen with a beautiful push in towards the service entrance. Attacks will be the one in match point. XTM did not expect it to see this coming, but still they have a chance. XTM, I don't know what's going to happen next. Will we see yet another attack coordinated push, or will we see a heavy aggressive defending spawn peaks and runouts?
Well, one thing is for sure, Valiance definitely showed the side of XTM how you do a surprise push and plant rush on the side of service entrance, taking them by surprise and getting so many kills. The first 2 drops were the most important, mind you, covering for the planter and the Ying pushing up because of that first frag. Had the Echo not gone down, he would have probably turned around and shot the planter right in the head, or gone back onto his Echo drone and tried to do what he could from there. But unfortunately for them, Valiants were wise to make the push the way that they did. And you can see the adaptation coming in instantly from the side of XTM bot, bringing in Warden, an operator you don't see too much of, but has been slowly rising in pick rate as of recently, and he will be in play today as well. MPX in hand, probably SMG-12. No, it's the P10C, in fact, that he's bringing out. C4 as well, as the man can counter flashbangs and smoke grenades, but you know, he has to kind of sit still for just a second. That's his biggest flaw, if you ask me, and that's what really holds Warden back from being a very good operator, and one that's picked more often. I mean, with the number of flashbangs that get thrown at any given point in any match in this region, you'd think Warden would be a good pick for somebody who wants to do some solo plays, or somebody who wants to hold the fort for their team in a high traffic situation. But Warden's biggest flaw being that he has to sit still, especially against smokes, is what holds him back. Flashbangs he can still deal with semi-consistently, but smokes are very much the bane of his existence, even though he himself exists to counter them. Oh, the irony. It is not lost on us, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, it's going to be interesting to see how bot really plays around with Warden. MPX 1.5x certainly going to help as the drop comes in from Invalid into the bathroom hatch of second floor. They're going to have mostly a second floor centric push from the side of Valiance. We've seen this before. They get their roam clear done. They push in, do vertical, and then push for sight. This is the more standard push that Valiance, that XTM, excuse me, were gearing up for in the previous round. And oh, that's a C4.5 from bot. Well then, Dova is going to be the one to go down. That's a slash taken care of. The one to do vertical gunfights and plays is the one to go down first. A pre-play C4 using sound cues from the Warden to take that first kill. A very important drop. Valiant 4v5.
Already losing Dova would give a lot of problems for Valiance, because Sledge was the one to make that lines of sight. Now Kingslayer should be the one to use his breach charges to make it. Even with them taking it out, having that information, they haven't eliminated any of the players just yet. Ghost Freakin' triggered, prepped and ready. They just have to go for the push, but doesn't have the intel. But Flickshot on the other hand gets bought. Dipjol gets Ghost Freak, making it a 3v4. This is not looking too well for XTM. Make that 2v4 as Melusi goes down as well. Invalid, making their players Lies Valiance, making sure that they'll get this win as best as possible. This is match point for Valiance. They need this win desperately, or else this match is going to go for match point. Rini's taking huge amount of damage, and he's going to go down as well. 1v4. Dipjol gets the kill as it all goes down to Skullex in a 1v4 situation. Dipjol sees the leg, and it's going to be Invalid taking that kill. Lies Valiance denying the overtime, as they will be the one to win against XTM, making a beautiful score of 7-5. My goodness, the rush plant in the previous round, and now this. My goodness, what a match that we did get to see. Most of the time, we thought that Exterminate Esports might win it out, trying to trying to get back the first position lead. But unfortunately, it's going to be Lies Valiance who's going to be in the second place, or is it not? We still have the next match. It's going to be L2K going up against a certain opposition team. We're just going to find out to see whether if their route conversion rate is going to be similar or not. But for now, man, what a match that we did get to see here on Coastline. And also, I'm actually happy that we're going to revisit, go back, and understand what exactly happened on those two specific halves. Talking about the first half as well is always a treat, and also from the second half as well. So, Jack, any more thoughts that you do want to talk about this match? I mean, it definitely was an interesting one for me.
Oh, it most certainly was. XTM, interestingly enough, they had their issues at the beginning and really didn't seem like they had their, 100% commitment into this game. I don't know what was wrong. Maybe it was just a bad day, just like Union Gaming had earlier today. It could have just been a bad day, shall we say. I mean, excuse me, Demas Force having a slightly bad day earlier today. I got the names mixed up right there. But regardless, point stands, teams have their bad days every now and again. And today seemed to be the way for XTM to not have much of a great day. We'll see a lot of that in the instant replay right here. We've got plenty to talk about, all things considered. And starting off immediately, we've got, excuse me, rather, we've got the first few rounds that were an interesting take from either side. Valiance, for the most part, on the defense, knew what they needed to do, but Exterminate, they had glimpses, moments where it looked like they might be able to make things work on the attack. Round one could have otherwise been a big showing up for XTM, a big clutch for them. Wasn't to be. They did take round two, only for Valiance to start firing back right after. I mean, those next few rounds from the side of LYSC were certainly ones to behold, even though there were big issues with their defense. It wasn't to be. The plan could have gone down right there from bot, but unfortunately didn't have time to reposition into a proper area to give himself cover from his teammates. And then this round, I mean, there's not a whole lot one can say about this 2v2, I mean 1v2, that could have otherwise happened for Kingslayer. He just needed to delay that second burst by a little bit. That's all he had to do, and he would have denied the plant entirely, but it didn't. And then he went for the knife after taking down the Zofia. More unfortunate decisions being made from the side of Valiance. But XTM, all in all, they had quite the chance to win it out today. Quite the round conversion over everything on the other side. 3 rounds back to back. I mean, Baba was talking about that just a minute ago. 3 straight rounds, only for Valiance to really turn it on its head by going for that kind of a rush plant. And something that Foxy was talking about a couple days ago. I was talking to him about Exterminate Esports themselves being so strong in Division 1. He mentioned that whenever they go up against Valiance, it's going to be a very interesting team, a very interesting match in total, because Valiance are still, sort of the underdogs of Division 1. XTM might be soaring high, but LYSC have been here longer, and they have certainly made waves much larger than XTM has so far. And today was proof of that. Sure, Valiance's season hasn't exactly been the most stellar that they could have brought out for themselves, but it's only day 4, and there are plenty of matches to go, not only tonight, but also when we come back with week 3 of Division 1. And just like Foxy predicted, it was an insanely interesting match and a very good one, all things considered. That push from Rini, mind you, going out towards pool table and then shutting down not just the plant, but also the attempted retake from the side of Valiance. And then Skullex doing something similar, pushing up, taking out the crossfire, taking out Kingslayer, and going for the counter defuse, forcing Invalid's hand, who just didn't have any avenue of entry and was caught out by Rini. Once again, good coordination, but then we had the round of all rounds, really. Valiance deciding, you know what, enough's enough. These guys try to rush plant on us. Let's show them how it's done. And oh boy, did they show up indeed, putting Skullex in a 1v5 that just wasn't about to work, regardless of how Scullix decided to approach that. Very, very well done. And then they took it on the other side, taking match point, taking the victory, and finishing off the game that we saw from them. Most certainly, very, very good game to Valiant and a very good game to Exterminate as well. They continue to impress even if they did lose, and that is the biggest takeaway. The fact that they can still go toe-to-toe with the very top of the region. Even if it is LYC Valiants winning over them, that's just one match and the first match that they have lost in this division. That's how good they've been playing, and that will certainly be a point to remember. With all that being said, we're going to be taking a short break before we come back with Team L2K taking on Demas Force. Apparently, that's also on the map of Coastline. We'll see you right there with that match on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my oh boy. Well then, is my co-host Baba Gusta and our admin Eisen, as we are here for the final game of the night, and that is Demon's Force taking on Team L2K. Yes, I know everybody noted that pause. I will get some water, but the intro comes first, as this is going to be a very interesting game indeed. And we will be joining our players in the ban phase. I can barely get through this. We'll be joining our players in the ban phase right here, right now, with the first ban being a Blackbeard on the map of Coastline. And Baba, can you please take this ban phase? I'm gonna go get some water.
Please go ahead, have water, Jack. I mean, this match is definitely going to be an interesting one because it's going to be Demon's Force versus L2K on a map Coastline. Starting off with the ban phase, we do see a Blackbeard ban on the side of L2K because, you know, no one actually wants to see Sniper Want Candy playing Blackbeard because most of the time it is him who always plays it. So L2K has decided, no, it's actually best to not go up against him. So they're just going to ban that operator instead. So the first defense bans coming in on the side of Demon's Force is going to be the Melusi, the particular operator who doesn't require I mean, most of the time her ability, the Banshee's deterrent, which would slow down the attacker's push. With her, she won't be available at all. As the last ban would come in, it is going to be the smoke. As we proceed to the first round of this matchup of map Coastline, let's introduce the rosters on the side of Demon's Force. We have Kajit, Asterix, Poseidon, Sniper Want Candy, Kushima Goat. And on the side of Team L2K, we have Petals, Thadia, Orova, Watermelon, and Pushpay. As the first side is going to be on first floor blue bar. Demon's Force definitely not going well in their favor though when they went up against Union Gaming in match 1, map Cafe Dostoevsky. It was a very one-sided map though, 7-1, not being able to give a competition between Union Gaming. Will it change? We're about to find out in the first floor's blue bar and sunrise bar, with them picking up the frost, especially on the side of L2K, the ones who did defeat UG, and then out of nowhere they did get we thought they would continue their win streak, but unfortunately they could not, losing against XTM. So L2K still has a chance though. Defeating Demon's Force will actually give them the higher chances to be in the league. They just need to make sure that they won't be in the last 3 standings, because if they do, they will be relegated out to Div 2. So let's see what's going to happen there as we proceed to the action phase. We have Mozzie, aka Thadia, will be manning up with the P10 Roni, the total of 3 pests, to make sure that the attacker's drones gets caught and use it for counter intel. So does Pushpay though. The only problem is, will we see a runouts or a spawn peaks? To be able to find out in this early seconds of round. We do see a combo of Jackal. Wait a minute, I just realized that there is a Jackal, Lion, Dokebi, Finka, and Blitz. So we are going to be able to see a very aggressive push here towards first for Booba. They're just prepped and ready. They're just waiting it out. They're just ready to do so. But here comes the pre-fire from Petals. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to find out anything just yet. It's just going to be a matter of time when the Finka uses her adrenaline boost, the Dokebi calls, the Lion CE1D scanner, so that they'll be able to push in and get those kills.
Most certainly. With 2 minutes remaining, there goes the first kill. Sniper Want Candy finding Fatals. That's not going to look too good for the side of L2K. Another grenade goes out, but will that finally be? No, that flushes out the Jaeger, and Pushpay will fall. There goes the Mozzie as well. It's all Sniper Want Candy right now, finding 3, finding 4. Can he find the ace? Yes, he can. You do not stop the Finka once the train starts rolling, ladies and gentlemen. What an ace indeed for Sniper Want Candy, starting off very strong for the side of Demas Force on a Coastline. I can't get over this. It's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes since I've been having this. I will get over this by the end of casting tonight. But very good first round for the side of
Come on,
Demas
Jack. I have the
Force.
tiger. Come on, Jack. I have the tiger. You can do this, Jack.
Very good first round for the side of Demas Force. And, coming back to their home turf of sorts, Coastline being the map that we are currently on, their attack has been unparalleled here. But with the Operation Chimera meta basically coming out from the side of Demas Force, with Neon Dawn's recent changes to the way utility flows in the game, it's certainly a much more, it's always been a viable meta, don't get me wrong. It's been a scary meta for the longest time. And Demas Force are making full use of that in this operation. I feel like tonight's final match casting session is gonna be riddled with laughter like this. I don't know. I've gone through 2 bottles of water already, and here we are. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Anyway, coming back to the point at hand, live to kill. Not a great first round, although admittedly they were taken by surprise by Demas Force's, decision to bring in Operation Chimera in Operation Neon Dawn. But of course, we're gonna see exactly how this pans out. Oh dear me, Pushpay nearly getting taken out on that service entrance door by the Dekebi Poseidon, finding the feet. But will the Blitz now find the Jaeger? There we go. But no, he's only going to push him into Sniper 1 Candy's vicinity, and then the EE1D goes out from the Lion. What an early round indeed from the side of Demas Force, taking down Pushpay. That is a big drop, mind you. That is Nos taken care of, and that is a big player in this team in live to kill to be taken down this early. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do in this situation. Anyway, minute and 55 remaining, and you know what? I'm just gonna pass it over to Baba. This ain't happening.
Sniper 1 Decade gets a double kill with the LMG, and so does the second one. Tsushima Gold with the Blitz. My oh my, Demon's Force's attack coordination. It feels like I'm about to get a hiccup too. 4v1. The T5 SMG gets one, but in the end, it's going to be Sniper 1 Caddy getting the kill on Ottawa. Demon's Force, what a strong attack coming in from them, as they'll be able to fully clean up. 2 attack wins coming in on the side of Demon's Force, and looks like round 3 will commence with a total of 8 kills in 2 rounds. 8 kills. My goodness. First was the ace. I mean, he's absolutely crazy, Sniper 1 Candy. I mean, he's just technically, he's just angry that he just, technically either one's Candy or he's just angry that they actually banned Blitz in the pan phase. But, I mean, either one, I mean, I said BB. Blackbeard. I mean, even I'm also confused.
Baba, I'm supposed to be the one with the hiccups, not you.
I mean, the way how Demon's Force is attacking right now, I'm confused. You've got hiccup. Our admin is confused on what to talk about. We have absolutely zero idea what's happening.
I guess we found ourselves in a bit of a hiccup, you could say.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you could actually say that, because oh my goodness, the way how Demon's Force is the attack is going, the comp, look at the comp, Jackal, Lion, Dokebi, Finka, and Blitz. The meta is still alive, ladies and gentlemen, and they just keep on giving. Sniper 1 Candy already 8 kills. The first round, which was an ace, and the second round, it just keeps going here. Even with Pushpay, which decided to go for a spawn pick towards the service entrance, he unfortunately got the unfortunate end of it. But let's see what's going to happen on round 3, where we did see a C4 being popped out. Maybe it should be from Thardia, but this time Pushpay, hopefully the defenders are prepped and ready. They did bring in the trap operators, the Capcan EDDs, to make sure that they'll be able to eliminate it, and also the Legion Goo mines, in which it will be able to stop the Finka's adrenaline surge. I mean, that's a lot of information to take in, but for now, having a Legion is much more vital to stop the attacker's push. It'll happen. We're about to find out, though. Good drone placements coming in from DF, making sure that they'll be able to eliminate any Capcan EDDs and also get towards the site. They do need to be careful of the Mozzie's pest, in which they'll be able to capture one of those drones. But we're about to reach the 1 minute mark, actually the 2 minute mark, and we still haven't seen any drops from L2K just yet. The attackers are just clearing out floors one by one. They did clear out the first floor. Now they're going to go to the top floor. That's where the attack's going to happen. Tsushima Go taking quite a lot of damage here, but he still wants to continue the aggression. The pistol whips out. He gets 2 kills. Mamma mia, what was that shot? Two shots with the pistol. He's just going to continue the aggression here. Tsushima Good. He just want to go in. The Finka's adrenaline surge will keep on giving him the support that he needs. He's checking out for EDD. He's going to push in, whips out the pistol yet again. Getting us the third. Yes, it does. Tsushima Good with the triple kill. He's just going to get taken out. It's going to be a 4v1 where Khalid will go for the plan. It's a post-plan situation coming in from Thardia. It's going to be a 1v2 of 1v2 post plan. Gets 2 kills, but it's going to be Khalid to get the final kill. Demon's Force. Jesus, what is going on? 3 wins on attack with the same comp. That just brought a new meta. I mean, I wouldn't say a new meta. It's just the same meta. It's just been rejuvenated. I mean, it's just rejuvenated back, and it's stronger than ever. Demon's Force, they just had the bad day against UG and Cafe, but right now they're just angry on map Coastline against L2K, and they just want to continue the aggression. 3-0. The site will be on first floor kitchen.
Interestingly enough, this is the first time that the side of L2K are going to this first floor site. They went to Blue and Sunrise Bar not too long ago. Unfortunately, that site did not quite work in their favor. And right now, coming to kitchen and service entrance could work, but then you also face the possibility of getting bomb rushed through service entrance. I mean, that is certainly a possibility, or you could just have Tsushima Goat standing guard while Snapper One Candy goes for the plant. Of course, it would work better with the Montaigne if he was still in being picked, that is, but Montaigne, of course, that's not what Tsushima Goat is known for. He's known for the blitz plays, and with that in mind, L2K have to set up quickly. They know that Demon's Force could just snap, and with a literal snap of their fingers, would get in and get the plant off again. Admittedly, these rounds have been slowly getting closer and closer as we're seeing the trap meta coming out from the side of the defense. You've got the Frost, you've got the Capcan, the Ella, and the Legion. The last one, of course, you could have brought in an Echo to complete the trap meta, but, you could have also brought in Smoke, you could have brought in anybody else, but even then, oh boy, here's the Blitz, here's the choo-choo train, he's already in, Della's already down as well. Tsushima Goat, you do not stop this man. Pistol whips out, but no, he'll get taken down, and then there's a bunch of trades happening as Ottawa finds one, but Watermelon goes down to Kajit. Oh boy, this is going very RI for the side of Demon's Force. Not quite, not as much as they would want to, but even then, 2 vs 2, their push has been denied. Poseidon and Kajit, last 2 standing. Seems like Live to Kill are finally up and running in terms of their gunplay. 3 rounds in, however, and the 4th round finally looks like it could go their way. It's an even standing, mind you, because we're only just passing the 2-minute mark of this round. And what a round it has been so far, that most certainly anybody will be able to tell you looking at this. And, one could even say that most of the traps right there were useless outside of the goo mines of the Legion, because Tsushima Goat just went straight in with nothing stopping him. Jammer gets taken out. Kaj's got a goo mine in his shin, speaking of which. But no, the Dekebi does not notice the Capcan, Thardia, towards the side of Courtyard. He will take him down, and now it's all down to Kajit. 1v2. Can he bring this in for his team is the question. 1v2, he certainly clutched much worse situations before, but the main problem is the diffuser, which was in Poseidon's hands, has been dropped towards the side of Sunrise. He's looking for footprints. He sees them, but he's apprehensive about scanning because he knows that that's going to reveal a position and shots are going to be fired. But no, a wall bang onto Ottawa, and then some damage done to the Capcan. Taria is low, but Kajit barely escapes into blue bar. Can he get this kill? He's trying to find it, but he won't be able to. Might rescan some footsies and might find the position again. Yes, he will. Capcan spotted behind the shield. He sees the push coming in. No, he doesn't. Looks away at the worst time. Taria, he's got the shield to protect him, and that's good for him, but can he be able to get this kill? C4 goes out, but the rotate isn't there. The C4 has been heard. No damage is done. The Jackal's rotating. He's being spotted. It's everything, all or nothing in this push for Kajit. Can he find him? Yes, he does! The 1v2 for Kajit, and nothing will stop Demon's Force from taking round 4 as well. What a beautiful play from Kajit as well. Beautifully done right there. Just like we said, E and the rest of DF are angry today, and that is gonna put L2K hot on their trail. And I say hot on their trail because that's 4 rounds they have to make up for. The trap meta didn't even stop them. Tsukushima Goat was able to blaze a path of glory into sight along with Sniper One Candy. So the response, bring out the French. And that is Doc and Rook coming in, both with zoom optics of varying magnitudes on their MP5s, along with Legion for, of course, a little bit of that rush punish. And you still have the Jaeger for denial of utility, Watermelon for denial of intel. No mute this time because, I mean, it doesn't matter if the mute is able to stop some or the other, as in the Lion scans. You still have the remaining 4 players of Demon's Force to worry about, and that is what Live to Kill is currently very much preoccupied with.
Well, with the L2K not having to pick mute is going to be very problematic for them, since there is a Dokebi in play. The calls which would compromise their location in just one single click. Demon's Force, my goodness, 4-0 already, and we are about to reach round 5. We did get to see some amazing plays coming in from TF. Finka with an ace in the first round. Blitz 3K. That was actually, it was Tsukushima Gold with the Blitz, and then it was Kajit making that 1v2 play happen with the Jackal. This time, let's see what Demon's Force has in store, and also L2K might be able to find a way to counter it. They just have a lot of problems dealing with it here. And especially Sniper One Candy playing as the Finka to give much more of a boost towards the Blitz. And the only problem is they just need to make sure that they'll be able to take out those Legion Goo mines so that they will proceed with their aggression. Lion already in towards the cool vibe, says the Dronos will come in, giving them the information. The Lion has the flashbangs to blind one of the specific operators, and Tsukushima Goat, well, that's, I mean, he does what he does best, trying to eliminate those pests, pushing the site one at a time, and then when the magic happens, they just push in and do what he does best. Asterix needs to be careful with that line of sight. He's gonna go down. A really good use of that impact needs from Thadia, as he's going to eliminate Asterix. A total of 3 EE1D scanners gonna go down, and so does the EINOX scanner, as Pushpay claims the kill on Kajit. L2K, they had a lot of problems the past 4 rounds, but they are here to recover it back. Poseidon with the DMR, he needs to play this passively. He has the nades, but he still needs to be careful of the Jaeger's ADSs. One nade will be thrown out to deny one, but here comes Pushpay with that extreme aggression. He finds one. Can he get the shot? Yes, he does. But that nade, he needs to be careful of that nade. He needs to wait it out. There you go. The pistol comes in and gets the confirmation. But no, it's just, there comes that Finka. But that Finka's not going to work out well. It's going to be a 1v4. Make that 1v3. Sniper 1D can gets one. But in the end, L2K gets the win on round 5 with Thadia making that play, giving the win that L2K needed. They're going to be able to win round 5, second floor hookah. That is a lot of chaos happening between both these teams, but I'm glad that L2K finally figured it out. Will we see the same operator space coming in from DF, or will it be the change? No, it does not. They want to stick it. The choo-choo train is still in effect, ladies and gentlemen, and they don't want to stop in first half. 4-1 is the scoreline. First for Blue Bar is going to be the side, and let's see how well the train journey is going to go. That just
Most certainly, but I know I sort of stepped over you right there, but I kind of had to because the awkward silence was getting a bit too much for me. Interestingly enough, we've got a 6 pick out of the Dekebi into the Nomad from Poseidon, bringing in the ARX. Small magazine size, but hits like a truck. And more importantly, the operator who's able to shut down flanks from the side of the defense, live to kill, are gonna have to be a little bit more careful in their aggression, as Demon's Force will, in fact, finally make a much needed change to their operator lineup. And I say much needed, but not quite. They were functioning fairly well with the Operation Chimera operators, but something had to be done, and they definitely did that. Now, whether or not Nomad is the perfect fit for this team, we'll find out in just a moment. But the real question right here is the meta being brought in by Mellow on the side of Live to Kill. Is that going to change things for L2K's defense? Can they overcome the Chimera meta with the inclusion of this Spanish defender? Or will it, just like the trap meta from a couple rounds ago, fall to the wayside against the aggression of Demon's Force? As it turns out, DF on Coastline, they are still scary, but no, Khajiit will go down first. That's again Khajiit being one of the early drops, and Poseidon takes out damage as well. That is the Rook doing work. Taria is going to down him, and there we go, double kill. This one with the pistol, as there is almost nothing stopping the Rook right now. The French boy towards the side of offices, doing work indeed, now up against the Blitz, and the Finka finally go down. Samron Candy makes sure of that, as some damage is done to Ottawa. Not a whole lot. It is a pistol after all in the hands of Senpai. And interestingly enough, we don't have any sort of hard breach. It's all down just to these three, the Lion, the Finka, and the Blitz. Can they make this work? Asterix, this is a nice angle he's found here, just towards the side of Sunrise, knowing that he might be able to take a kill or two. All he has to do is hold, but he's moving around quite a bit, giving his position away with that pre-fire as well. That one bullet was enough to send the information to L2K that, all right, the push could come in from here. And of course, the lumbering sounds of the shield of the Blitz is also not exactly the quietest thing in the world. Tsukushima Goat clearing corners like he's some sort of drone himself, going in towards Kitchen. Minute 15, plenty of time for DF and L2K, but how will this end of round scuffle go? Samper Candy, he's seen the prone peak, and the Tsukushima Goat knows that there's somebody else, just by the couches. Grenade gets thrown. Will it find him? No, it doesn't. It lands just short. Will he get the kill though? No, he won't. Unfortunate. Petals, he's been down, but he can be revived. But here's Asterix to take one. Does he know that there's somebody on blue stairs? He needs to peek that, but he won't, and that's a drop, and a much needed one indeed. Watermelon taking down the diffuser carrier, and that was Asterix taking out the board. Petals is still down on the ground. He can be revived by Ottawa because Mello is holding, but you have Tsukushima Goat outside by that entry. Boost comes in, and he's trying to get into sight. He will kill the downed operator, but can he get the lesion? Yes, he can. You don't underestimate that LMG. And now it's down to Tsukushima Goat. He knows that there's somebody inside a courtyard. He's trying to figure out exactly how to approach this, as some damage will be done to him in return. He's trying to just retreat back to side. Pistol comes out, and he will shut down Mello, crouching away to glory with the shield covering his body. Tsukushima Goat will take the kill, and Demon's Force will go 5-1 up onto the other side of roll swap. Live to Kill look like they might be able to handle the situation, but again, just like we thought, even the inclusion of the Spaniard meta fell to the wayside at the end against the insanely scary Demon's Force push. Now on the other side of Roll Swap, they're going to be headed to first floor kitchen and a service entrance, and unfortunately Asterix will be disappointing us because of course Tachanka, not currently allowed in competitive Rainbow Six, he's going to six pick out into the Pulse, and with that, round 7 is a go.
Oh boy, round 7 already. I'm just kind of thinking how many minutes was this to just reach back to round 7. I'm just gonna go back. So according to the match that we have, it was just 10 minutes. No, actually it's not 10 minutes. Just give me a second. Yeah, there you go. 25 minutes. My god. In a total of 25 minutes, we are back here on round 7, where the round was on 5-1. Granted, there were some rounds which has taken a lot. I mean, that's basically because Khajiit made a very impressive 1v2 clutch. But I just want to appreciate L2K as well. They did try their best to contain the situation, but unfortunately, they could not. So we did see Thadia they did bring in the Rook to get those win, and talking about Rook, it did work out well in their favor. But in the end, in the last round 6, it did not work out well in their favor. But let's hope what's going to happen here, as L2K will be the one on attack. They just need to win a total of 4 attack rounds in a row to get back in the game. But with Poseidon playing as the alibi, and also with the opposition team having good amount of intel operators like the Valkyrie and the Pulse, it's going to be very difficult for them. It's Kushima Goat manning the Jaeger. It's currently gonna back out from the first floor kitchen for now. The attackers will be able to do their same work. It's going to be the normal drone works to make sure that there won't be any flankers currently being held out in any particular position. Here comes an interesting C4 from Khajiit. Won't be able to find one, but will give that line of sight. Even also give line of sight to the opposition as well. Finds Khajiit, but it would be best to not go against a gunfight with the opposition team, knowing that the defenders losing one operator would give the attackers a plus point. Looks like Khajiit won't have to worry about it. First kill comes to him as Thadia goes down.
Big drop indeed. The Zofia being taken care of is a ton of utility already gone from the side of Lifter Kill's attack. Khajiit, wait a minute. That door just got opened next to him and he thinks, all right, let me push that. Well then, Demon's Force's ultra aggressive nature seems to have rubbed off on Khajiit as well. An inclusion from Kira Esports. He used to play in Kira, formerly, of course, currently in EF alongside Poseidon, who has found himself here, and Asterix from Instinct. I mean, they've taken quite a few players as of recently into their roster, but Sniper One Candy will still fire strong, taking down Ottawa. That's another drop. And for those unaware, Ottawa is actually JV. This is no new roster, mind you. This is Live to Kill. All of them have just changed their name for whatever reason. In the meanwhile, we had Poseidon taking kills. Sniper One Candy is super low on HP. He's got to be careful on the kind of gunfight he wants to emphasize on, but Khajiit will also find Pushpay, who is Nos taken care of. Now it's all down to Watermelon, and I mean, the spelling of that name pretty much gives it away. It's Mellow. Just waiting his turn, and wait a minute, this Snapper, I think he wants to have a Pokeball moment right here. He's definitely got the impact grenade in his hand for that, but Watermelon, actually, now that I look at it, yeah, the Jackal's low enough on HP, but no, there we go! Snapper and Candy was taken out, but the impact will fly, and that will be the end. Captured inside of a very, very explosive Pokeball indeed. Live to Kill losing yet another round, this time on the attack, and Demon's Force on Coastline. Still as scary as ever. Second floor hookah lounge and billiards room will be the site of a choice as DF are now on match point.
Oh boy, what a good day to be a Demon's Force fan, and also a very sad day for L2K fans as well. Granted, L2K, they've made their mark as well. I mean, they did had a very good fight against UG, but oh my goodness. One, it was against extremists, and now against Demon's Force. What?
Attackers need to locate and defuse the
I'm
bomb.
losing amount of words here, and for L2K, I'm just, I just feel bad for them. You know, it's just,
You know,
yeah. Please go ahead.
yeah, I was about to say, you said I'm losing my words here.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say, I bet you kind of regret losing that English notebook now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Mm, I do, man. I wish
Hmm.
I had that English book so that I can be able to pronounce words properly, man. Ah,
Yep.
yep. I mean,
Yep.
this is what happens when you try to remember something, then you forget. Next thing you know, you actually remember it after a total of 10 years.
5 seconds.
10
That's
years!
me. That that's me, but with arguments online.
Yeah.
Attackers' objective
Uh-oh.
is to locate a bomb.
Arguments online.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, anyways, action phase, Demon's Force on match point. And oh boy, this is one of the most interesting matches that I did get to witness. I mean, it's been a long time since I saw the Operation Chimera meta combo in which, oh boy, it's been it's a treat, you know. First the legacy mode, and now this. I mean, wow, what a surprise I do get to see here, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's just focus on the match at hand. Demon's Force 6-1, L2K on a very difficult situation here. We do see the Hibana with the Excaro Spellers to make lines of sight towards the billiards room, and also Poseidon, the alibi, having a total of three holograms to give him info. But here comes two kills from L2K. It's going to be Ottawa and Water Malone eliminating the S squares of Demon's Force, Sniper and Senpai. But talking about it, unfortunately, the Jackal is going to go down from none other than Asterix. Going to take a kill with the Scorpion Evo. 3v4. L2K still has the chance to win this round. They just need the control on Hookah, in which Pushpay gets one, eliminating Target, making it a 2v4. Asterix comes back with the Scorpion, but it is too late. The attackers have gotten control of this situation. Petal's going to go for the plan. It all goes down to Poseidon, the former UG player, now at DF. He is in a 1v3 post-plan situation. Petals is just so low on HP. It doesn't have any information just yet. Pushpay is just patiently waiting for Alibi to make her move, but it's going to be a bad idea. 1v2. Poseidon gets a double kill, reloads the MX4, but the attackers have the info. All they have to do is wait for Alibi to make her move. But guess what? The defenders is in a bit of a trouble here. With L2K still patiently enough, both of them in which are in outside the hookah balcony. Poseidon needs to get those kills. He doesn't find one. Can he seize it? No, he does not. It's going to be Petals with the final kill, eliminating Poseidon, as L2K will win round 8 on second floor hookah. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay as we proceed to round 9, where Team L2K will finally win their round of defense on second floor hookah, which leads to them defending on first floor kitchen and first floor blue bar, in which they'll be able to take that specific site.
Most certainly. Going to Blue and Sunrise Bar for Demon's Force could work out right here, seeing as Kitchen is still locked for them, of course. But right now, that round going the way of L2K might just be a signal to tell us that you know what, this could in fact be the round that starts up a potential comeback. Setting up that for the comeback stage could be a thing. L2K have certainly done it before, something similar, going from 2-5 to match point. They did that against UG just a day ago, so they could most certainly do it if they return to form as aggressively as they did against Union Gaming. But Demon's Force, today is also a day for them, as this match signifies a return to form, sort of. Until it's finished with a DF victory, we can't really say it's a return to form for DF, and that's what they will be trying to do right now. We've got the clash being played as well. Poseidon bringing in the defender from the UK with the shield. And I mean, Clash has had a history in Rainbow Six. Let's be real here. A very interesting history as well of getting, banned and unbanned. And I don't mean in the ban phase. That's not what I'm talking about. It is quite literally taken out of play in the game and being brought back in because somehow, similar to Montaigne a couple of years ago, there were just a ridiculous number of issues surrounding the character with a full shield. And now currently Clash in a stable position as in terms of an operator and gameplay perspectively. So Poseidon bringing in this shield shouldn't be too much of a bother for either side, really, in terms of issues relating to the game. But it will be a big issue for the side of Live to Kill because dealing with Clash is annoying as anything. Watermelon going for the Jackal scan, finding one. That's the Legion, mind you. Snap on Candy, taking a bit of damage. Nothing too big. The man is more than alive. He is just chilling inside of offices. Vertical shots were fired in his direction, and verticality will be established. But Tsukishima Goat with a C4 is going to find one, and that is Ottawa of the board. JV taken down as more verticality is being established. This one from Fatals, but can he find one? New Jackal scan going off, and it's still not giving them the info that they need. It's giving them info, but not the kind that will allow them to really go for these kills, unfortunately. Tadia going for a pre-fire, not going to find one, but Pushway will find Kaji. That's a big drop, being slowed down by the Clash as well. Position given away, shots being fired as Asterix tries to find the Ash. Can he, though? Shots are going to be fired. He's going to be seen, but no, Pushway will go down. That is Snapper on Candy taking that kill. Tsukishima Go gets taken out in the meanwhile. Petals with another kill with the L85, but no, there's Tadia going down. Bad vault from him as Asterix will take him down, and now it's all down to Mellow and Fatals, the last two standing, the last hope for Live to Kill in this match. Asterix barely not getting scraped by those bullets of the Jackal, the C7E. Will Fatals, in the meanwhile, going vertical, trying to find somebody, not going to find anybody for that matter. He's just doing what he can, but unfortunately, it's not enough. 3 versus 2, mind you. DF only have 3 operators remaining, and they could be taken out if Live to Kill play this perfectly.
A lot of times being taken out here. 20 seconds left for L2K to make their move. Watermelon and Petal still the last hope for L2K to put this match back up. Unfortunately, with a lot of time being wasted, a lot of players still remains as Asterix gets one more. He's going to get refract from the Jackal in towards the blue, but unfortunately there is Poseidon with the famous saying, "You shall not pass." And L2K will definitely not pass. Demon's Force winning round 9. I wouldn't say a flawless victory, but it is going to be a 7-2 victory. My God, what a match that we did get to see, ladies and gentlemen. What a match, 7-2. And it all goes down to Sniper 1T Candy and Tsukishima God making that impressive plays, and also Asterix, Poseidon, and Kajit, who were the ones supporting their, incredible push on attack as well. Man, what a way to end the match. Third match is also done for Division 1. What a way to end it off. Yeah, what a way to end it off there. I'm exactly happy. But for now, let's just, it's just we have a traditional way here, and it's called as Relive the Moment, where we go back and talk about the match of Demon's Force vs L2K on map Coastline. My God, we have a lot of things to even talk about here, especially from the first half itself. Don't you agree, Jack?
Oh, most certainly. We have quite a bit to talk about in this match that we just got to see. It's mostly going to be a Demon's Force highlights reel, but even that gives us a lot of information. As they say, hindsight is 2020. We're going to see a lot more than just 20 things, mind you. At the end of the day, going back into VOD review, I might be able to point out 20 plus things that went wrong with L2K's defense. No, I'm not going to make a clickbait title like that. Come on. I may do YouTube on the side, but I'm not going to make titles like that. Not just yet. I'm not that desperate. Thank you very much. But anyway, coming back to the point at hand, Relive the Moment will be going live on your screens right here, right now. And we're going to start off with Operation Chimera, still going strong, apparently, as Sniper 1 Candy went all in for that ace boost grenade. It was all there, and absolutely nothing could stop this man. And
Ooh.
he went in, shall we say. The next round it was Tsukishima Goat. He got a double kill earlier on Mellow and Pushpay, and we saw that one unfortunately wasn't in the instant replay. He still got in, got a kill, and got taken out, but only for the refrags to start coming in. L2K started pushing back slowly. It looked like they might be able to, eventually, say like round 4 or round 5, push back against the Operation Chimera meta that the side of Demon's Force were bringing out. And credit to them, they did almost successfully in round 4, but there was the clutch play from Kajit, who was not to be deterred. Very, very well played from Demon's Force, just in general, really. Doing a lot of work to bait out the way Live to Kill was playing, and unfortunately for DF, they did have to lose a couple of rounds, one of which was here, Pushpay trying to get a kill. He would have nearly messed it up. The kept getting revived by Finka, not a mechanic you see often, but not a mechanic that worked either. It didn't really help in that situation either. But regardless, Demon's Force was not to be denied, not in the slightest. Sniper on Candy. Is there anything that can stop this man? Him and Tsukishima Goat, Finka and Blitz combo? I mean, it's a scary combo for sure. Nothing as scary as Operation Chimera's original technical test server was, but even to this day, it is a ridiculous combination. I mean, I'm pretty sure both our admin Eisen and myself, who were just beginning our big ranked grind moments back in Operation Chimera, this is gonna give me some horrible flashbacks. And it is what it is. Anybody who played Operation Chimera at the time, if you know, well, you know. With all that being said, Demon's Force, they were on match point. They could have taken it, they could have finished it off right here, but Live to Kill had just a little bit more to say, some final embers of a resistance against an overwhelming opponent that was Demon's Force today. But L2K unfortunately were not to be. It wasn't just there for them today, and they stumbled and fell and crossed the finish line. The losers to Demon's Force's aggressive plays. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, relive the moment, ending right there. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, Foxy has had a saying that he was using yesterday quite a bit as well, which is live to kill, living to kill. Unfortunately, today, they did not. They really did go down very quickly, and unfortunately for them, it really wasn't to be. Well, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for myself, Blackjack, and my co-caster, Baba Gusta, and and our admin Eisen, and we will be finishing things off here and coming back tomorrow with Division 3 going live from around that 7:30 p.m. time frame. Stay tuned and good night.